Check. What is up, everybody? We are chilling today. Don't ask, I just felt the mood to rock a onesie tonight. And this is, if you don't know the name from this classic Nickelodeon show, your boy is Gur. And I'm gonna sing the Doom song. Doom. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, we're getting into some Modern Warfare 3 again. Of course I'd get a phone call right now. Hold on. Hello. Yes. It's always my luck. I always get some random something that pops up. Alright, anywho, let's get back into it. So we're gonna be playing some Modern Warfare 3. I'm just gonna be grinding out some levels, really. I don't know if I feel like talking to randos right now, but I saw, oh poop, I didn't mean to do that. I saw some videos about our good friend Just Pearl, and I guess she said some unsavory things back in the day, and now it seems to be resurfacing and biting her in the butt. So now our good friends Abba and Preach, always respect these guys, they are providing some insight to what has been going on, so we can get a feel for how crazy this rabbit hole goes. So I'm going to turn down the game volume some, obviously. We'll react to those videos, do some levels and, you know, daily objectives, because the way you have to unlock things now is interesting with this armory unlocks. Can't stand it. I'm not a fan. But anyways, we'll do that. Oh man, I only got 20 minutes to do these three. Kills with launchers, flash grenades, aim down sights. I thought I had a class. There it is. Okay. Just gotta get 2 kills. Oh, we gotta put flashbang on that. I should have flashes. Anyways, while I'm grinding that out, we'll be reacting to what these guys have to say. They actually put out 2 different videos already about the topic, it looks like. We gotta change that. I forgot.
Switching mags. You better watch out, Mother Scratcher.
Mother Scratcher? Really? Did I put censored on or something? Did I miss something? Actually, that already sounds pretty low. How's that?
Did she say 16-year-olds are hotter than 26-year-olds?
Yup, she says exactly that.
she really posted on Twitter that 16-year-old chicks are hotter than 26-year-old chicks. This was back this year. This was only in July. Hey, bye.
Our favorite girl had a long 1-hour video down here, but I won't watch anything. So this is from Jay Aubrey. He did some research on our girl Pearl.
Hey guys, today I am here with my sister Eva, and she is going to give a chicken coop tour. I don't need no validation. I don't need no validation.
You don't need no validation.
Except for TikTok. Ah! A lot of you guys have been asking questions. So I kind of ended up being like a full-time TikTok, like YouTuber by accident.
We can see Pearl was actually once pretty far
she
removed
was an
from the
accident
characters
for
who make
sure.
up the Manosphere. In fact, I doubt she even knew who any of them were back when she was making things like My First Vlog, A Trip to Florida, Chicken Coop Tour, wrong spelling, and Mansion House Tour, 10 bedrooms.
Okay, so I'm gonna see the front of the house.
10 bedrooms is crazy.
10 bedrooms is a lot.
See, Pearl herself comes from a very wealthy,
Jesus.
sheltered background in Chicago, with both of her parents, Dan and Jennifer Davis, being quite accomplished software engineers in their own right. Jennifer being listed as the former CEO of Davisware, a multi-million-dollar company the couple founded together. She's now the CEO of another organization she founded, Be Exponential, which is described
They
as
wanna
an
turn
online
down the
community
game
seeking
audio
to
a little
provide
bit more.
tangible and realistic advice to women and mothers, specifically in navigating parenthood or life as a whole. Their website also mentions that Be Exponential was built by women for women.
Ain't that crazy that this
Wow.
girl's arguing for the TreadCon thing, stay at home, be a wife, have kids, do all this other stuff, and her mom is a CEO. Women aren't feminine enough. Women aren't this. And you see her arguing on podcasts, yelling at people,
By all means
telling
necessary.
people off or being aggressive and combative with people. It's just interesting that her whole life experience, even at home, was the opposite.
Yeah.
And by all accounts, the way she speaks about her family life and the fact that her parents stayed together, it seems very contradictory with the whole idea that because her mom is
Exactly.
the quintessential modern woman in a lot of ways. Right? You
Yeah.
can't be a CEO
No.
and be hyper feminine.
No.
That's just not the way it works. You can't run a company successfully, run multiple companies successfully, make all this money, and still be super. The reason being is like, and when you're in the workplace, there's a certain level of assertiveness and all this stuff that you need to do. So it's just interesting to me that she had a good life growing up. She was afforded a good life by her parents based off being like modern women or whatever it is. And yet
God
she gets to
dang.
this stage,
How did I not
and
get
all of a
that kill?
sudden, In 2 years, she's advocated for the exact opposite of literally what created her.
That is a very good point.
The more I think, the more I'm like, God, the natural world order has to be men, women, children. Maybe government. I have to think more about that.
Maybe government. You gotta think a little bit more on that.
Wasn't your mom the president? Was she the leader of the company?
What was my? You're researching my family now, huh? They might have titled it one thing or another. They did that to get some grant from the government or something. I don't remember.
Really?
But
So,
So now
yeah, is that
she's.
a crime?
Yeah, right. So now you're like openly potentially talking about your parents committing fraud.
So she's basically saying her mom defrauded the government. She wasn't actually a CEO. So either she's lying,
Or she don't know what
she's lying to keep up her image and making her parents look like fraudsters,
or she doesn't
How-
know what the
or
How
she's telling the truth
is this-
and her parents are fraudsters and she openly admitted it to protect her reputation.
Either way, it don't look good.
I mean, listen, I don't care what crime my mom admitted or did. There's no way I'm saying that shit in public. But we all built different. If you want to expose your parents, like imagine
I don't
your
think-
kids
I don't-
online.
She's not realizing that this, what she's saying. She's talking about fraud. She
Right.
doesn't realize
She
it.
really doesn't.
She's just like, well, my mom was not actually that. She's just saying it like that. She's not saying committing fraud. And stuff
She
like,
has
doesn't
no
know
idea what she's
that
talking
that
about.
What you're talking about is illegal.
So, in this, yeah, is that a crime? Yeah, you probably shouldn't say that on air.
The main takeaway here is that Pearl got to experience a lavish childhood as a result of her parents both having high-paying jobs. In fact, one of the times Pearl first blew up was thanks to a TikTok she made about a giant water slide her dad bought her and her siblings. Yeah, some people just live a completely different life than the rest of us. I know you think the Lamborghini costs 50 grand.
You know, this video is wild. They did their research. They did their research. Shout out to this guy. Jay Aubrey's killing it.
But this was Pearl's first taste of online stardom, a glimpse into a life where she didn't have to work a corporate job with Konica Minolta selling printers, a position she absolutely hated.
And it was literally like the worst sales job of my life. Like, I hated it. I hated it so much.
But if she had never sold printers, we never would have gotten these wonderful song parodies she posted to LinkedIn.
We just took a DNA test, turns out we're 100% the best, even when we're going crazy, because we do see problems, that's a human in us. Bling bling, then we solve them, that's a salesman in us.
I'm starting to see why she hated working there.
You should call me on my work phone. All day when you need help.
Yo, don't lie. Yo, with that last one, she on to something. I think the boy Drizzy gotta get in contact. You need to call her on his cell phone.
He's not.
What does Charlemagne always say?
Too much goddamn mayonnaise.
I know when that work phone rings.
Yeah, you know, COVID was a weird time for all of us. I'll just say that.
My name is Pearl from Konica. I'll help you save till I can't no more. We got the printers in the back.
It's still better than her recent music.
Feminism is the worst thing ever. Yeah, we get our money. Yeah, we get our job. Yeah, we dumped our high school heartthrob. But then we end up alone on antidepressants, all alone.
According to one article I found from 2020, Pearl was first gaining traction on TikTok after just several months of creating her account. Her initial claim to fame being her breakup quiz series, in which she wrote a bunch of questions that viewers could then send to their ex-partners to fill out for Pearl to post publicly. And it was pretty successful too, posting the best answers from a pool of nearly 9,000 submissions. This article though also makes sure to note that Pearl herself has yet to send the quiz to anyone in her past, considering she's never actually been in a real relationship. Pearl stating, I actually have not had a boyfriend that's serious enough for me to send it to. Here's why I had my followers take it. The only
Goodness, they put her on blast. She never. Okay, I actually have not had a boyfriend that was serious enough for me to send it to. So she makes a survey for couples to send to their exes or whatever, but she's never had one she could send it to herself. The only long-term relationship I can think of is a guy I talked to for a couple of years in college. I do not think he would take it. She says, adding that he sent it to her, she would likely respond.
I can think of is a guy I talked to.
Wow. Talk to? It's wild, bruh.
Y'all noticing the pattern with these dating coaches?
Right.
Just saying. Just saying.
Like, why are they out there like this? They need to stop it.
Huh?
Just stop it.
What?
They don't say that.
What?
Just lonely things.
What I do? I just think
It's crazy.
Which in itself is totally fine and normal. Everyone moves at their own pace, and there's no shame in dating later in life. Except Pearl might slightly disagree.
Just because you're 35 and you're single doesn't mean you'll be single at 40, at 60, at 70.
But the problem is at 35, you've lost all the things that men value. That's the problem, because men value femininity, fertility, and they value youth. So you can't say you're youthful when you're almost halfway through your life. Like, you can't say you're fertile when you're about to have geriatric pregnancy. So it's like, and you look worse than you did at 25, right? So the way you're thinking is like a woman.
Not to mention it's almost been 3 years since this article was published, and to my knowledge, Pearl still has yet to be in an actual long-term relationship. Though there was the time she briefly dated the angry TikTok reaction guy, not for very long. Her best friend of 22 years, Emily, says that despite her brief time with angry reactions, Pearl has still never had a serious relationship.
Have you ever been engaged?
No, never. And she's never even been in a serious relationship. Like, honest to God, her and Wanye, like, that wasn't even that doesn't even count at all, because what was that?
And that's where we run into a bit of a problem. Pearl,
because what was that?
Never been married, never been engaged, never even held down a boyfriend longer than a few months, still somehow has the nerve to tell other women what to do in their relationships publicly. It's her job to do that. A huge part of her brand relies on judging other people's marriages from afar. Pearl likes the idea of being married. She wants a family someday and wants to have kids. But does that by itself mean she's a reliable source on how a marriage needs to work?
Doesn't sound like it.
Right to tell others how they're doing things wrong when she herself hasn't even experienced a relationship the way she thinks she wants it. Pearl's relationship.
This dude is really going in on her right now, like hard.
Advice might as well be completely fucking discarded, even by her own metric.
I've noticed a lot of therapists are like older single women, and I'm kind of like, if you can't maintain a relationship, why would I take advice from you? This is just something I've noticed. Yeah, like, why would I take advice from you if you can't maintain a relationship?
I didn't say it, she did.
Fourth thing I've learned from the manosphere,
And I'm not going to talk about if this is true or not true. Women are always willing to leave you for a better option. Women today are less.
So you're just gonna repeat it, but you're not gonna talk about whether it's true or not true?
Will take all of your money. Women
What does that
will
even mean?
do things like withhold sex if they don't do like chores or something.
She was so excited to share what she had learned, in fact, that she even brought her family into the mix, which had some varying results.
Today, I have a special guest on the channel, my little sister, Amelia. She's super excited to be here. I'm gonna
Oh
be
yeah,
showing
she
her some
definitely
Kevin
looks like
Samuels
it.
Savage moments because she was not willing to sit
gosh.
down for a full clip. So
Yeah, her sister does not give even a single fuck. Just please let her
None
go.
Women
whatsoever.
get upset at men a lot. Depends. Do you think they say things like men are trash a lot? Do you think that's okay?
Sometimes.
Really?
Depends on the guy you're talking about.
Do you think, but in general, do you think that's okay? Like men are trash, like just in general.
Got him finally.
I don't really have an opinion on that kind of stuff.
That's how most normal people would hear. Red pill.
Knew
Okay.
I felt like he was
What's that?
behind me.
I got bills to pay. She's 13. Like, this is a question I've never asked myself. I was like, would I ever sit a 12-year-old down and be like, you want to watch some Kevin Samuels?
Right.
They're kind of players a little bit. You ready?
Switching mags.
Stop looking like I'm torturing you.
Why the hell are you gonna pay full price for a goddamn car
Wait,
that's been
look.
used? If I'm gonna invest into you, I need to know you
full price.
are not used, man.
What does your YouTube feed look like on a daily basis?
It's like men's dating advice.
You are so single.
Damn. Damn. Her own sister just, oh wow. No sympathy either. Like she said it so fast.
So single. You are so single. Oh my god. Yo. The way that
Bro, how many hit markers can you get with a grenade launcher though? Like
You are so single.
so single.
Someone needs to say that.
Fucking uppercut the fucking beat.
Your own
Bro.
sister just.
God damn.
Ruthless.
Yo, they all
That was a
taking turns
TKO right
But why are you
there.
also exposing her to the repulsion that is your community? I mean, these comments are insane. She has no life in her. She's gonna do hard drugs when she gets older. She for sure is not attracting anyone in life. She will die
Jesus.
alone.
Talking about the 13.
Yeah, of course.
That's
At the end of the day,
insane.
It's wild out there.
That is
It is
insane.
wild.
Yo, these
What kind of comment section is that?
Straight up losers. They heard a 13-year-old be like, I don't really care about this manosphere stuff. And they're like, this girl's fucking stupid.
You're gonna be
Right.
here existing, my guy, and then they're gonna.
Yeah, that's it.
So that was Kevin Samuels. What did you think?
Her.
Did you think what he said was true or false?
I don't know.
If I tried showing my little sister some of Pearl's videos, I think she'd
I
deck me in
don't
the
know.
face.
I prefer Kevin Samuels to Fresh and Fit.
I prefer Minecraft YouTubers.
Watching Pearl try to get regular people on
That's
board
hilarious.
with her new belief system is truly a sight to behold.
A girl.
Jeez, I can't find nobody, and then finally I get sniped from across some.
But if she
Wow.
has a better option, like that makes more money, is more attractive, is like just a better all-around option, she'll leave her current like boyfriend or husband for them. Oh.
I mean, just here you can tell my
Oh.
friend isn't nearly as invested in this conversation as Pearl is.
Basically, the candy store analogy is like sex is candy, and girls get it right away. But most guys, you don't have access to sex till their late 20s, early 30s.
We're not gonna talk about
so
that.
if you get married, like before that, they think that like girls should put up with cheating, basically. I know. Because like it's not fair to the guys because like now at 35 they finally got their money right.
Why is she explaining it in a way like she doesn't believe it when she does though? Like she's one of the biggest advocates for this group, but like she's explaining it to her friend as if like these dudes are crazy. Like these people think this thing because it's like so wild. It's like, yeah, I know. Like, why would they?
Right. They got to
As
the gym
she
for 5 years,
advocates
all
for
this
it.
stuff.
What?
Now they get to have sex with a lot of people. So why would they only settle for one?
Well, then why did they get married?
Why did they get married? Why not just
Bingo.
stay single and go sleep around? You know,
Bingo.
I think we spend so much time on YouTube we don't realize, like, just go outside.
For real.
This whole red pill stuff is so goofy, like nobody in the real world
Just
takes
go
it
touch
seriously.
some grass.
This is a niche thing
You're
for a
in a
niche
vacuum.
community.
You went like in a little circle jerk of people. Like,
Yeah, this shit's not real life for most people. The people not taking this shit seriously.
Man, people are just trying to make it through the day. The last thing anyone wants to do is listen to just pearly things tell them what age disqualifies women from finding a partner. Who cares? Also, asking this person about age probably isn't the best idea.
Did she say 16-year-olds are hotter than 26-year-olds?
Still can't. I can't get over that, bro. I can't get over that, bro. Why would you say that? Why would you take the time to type those letters together to form those words? Why?
This is wild. This is wild. This wild.
I mean, you could have chose a like 46-year-olds, and I'd be like, maybe.
Nah.
You can make that take.
Nah.
26?
That's a waste of like 40 characters, bro. Like, golly.
16-year-old chicks are hotter than.
You can't even
Fix your life.
You can't even. Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't want to say that out loud.
No, nigga. And you
Not anymore. I already read it once
say
out
it.
loud for y'all. I'm not doing it again.
Y'all out here talking about underage girls are more. Oh my god.
Right along.
That's like borderline freaking like
Just the fact that you want to
groom
explain this shit, you don't have to.
groomsmen. You know what I mean?
It's just like.
Yeah, there's the geezers out there.
You know, the red pill stuff, the more you peel back the layers, you hear weird stuff, and like
How
eventually
did
they
he
just,
see me so-
want to fuck like a 14-year-old virgin.
Ugh.
And that's what it sounds like the more and more you peel back the layers. And it's not like they want to go after kids. You get weirder and weirder.
Fuck you mean, man?
Before it's like, yo, 18's legal, and then it's like, yo, 16-year-olds are hotter. Y'all weird. I don't care what nobody says.
For real.
Was she cooking here?
Not that it's literally any excuse that she's doing this, because what she is doing, I can't even put into words how disgusting it is. But I've known her since 2002. I do not think she thinks that way. If she does, fuck her all over again. I don't care. But I don't think she does. I think she does it to rev people up and to get more views and to get more money. So all that to say, I'm curious to see once she does find a husband and find a man, is
If
she
she
gonna keep
does.
this act up? Because is she gonna find somebody that shares these exact views with her? Or is she gonna meet someone and be like, okay, I don't actually think this way?
According to both Emily and Angry Reactions, Pearl's bizarre obsession with churning out the most mind-numbing takes imaginable seemed to happen overnight.
Because a lot of people be in my comments be like, she had to have been like this when y'all was dating. Bro, no, she wasn't at all. She was not like this, bro.
I mean, we know she used to be normal-ish. What
Normal-ish.
happened? How do you go from making such innocuous vlogs with your family to outright pandering to the lowest form of men on Twitter with no shame? Well, without making any unreasonable assumptions here, we know from Emily that Pearl has been consistently fixated on finding a boyfriend in the past, staying up late into the night, and poring over all the numbers and information she could possibly find in hopes of finally attaining a high-value man of her liking.
It's honestly like sad because she was always trying to figure out what could she do to get a husband. I always told her that she did too much research. She was always online, like looking up relationship facts and stuff like that, and she would be up late, like doing it. And I'm like, just stop. Yeah, just stop doing that. Like, let's just naturally look for a man.
Which again is fine. Everyone deserves to find love. Except I don't know how she expects to do it when this is how she advertises herself to the public. Now I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I know exactly why
What?
she pivoted so hard.
I didn't get a single hit
We
marker.
simply don't know the definitive reason as to why she's so susceptible to the manosphere. And oh wait, there is a reason, and she said it herself. Oh, okay.
Or even girls still ask me, like, how can you listen to this man? And I have one answer for you. Low self-esteem.
Yeah, that's real. Her answer to the question, why do you listen to this sexist trash, basically boils down to, oh, it's because I hate myself.
From a young age, I haven't thought highly of myself. I never thought that I deserved a lot, to be honest.
Like the poor girl just
I never
needs a
thought
hug.
myself as a queen. And I never thought of myself.
And maybe some friends that could like.
Just be honest here.
Well, I can't say that because like she pushed them away.
Okay, most of my friends, right, were generally like more attractive.
Now she's got the wrong friends.
Most guys, even the average guy, they would
Hey,
ask me
hey,
about
hey.
my friend first. And if that didn't work out, then
I'm gonna sing the doom song now.
So, yeah, I would say low self-esteem. That's
Where'd my
the main
phone
one.
go?
And yeah, being humble.
That's why I can listen.
Being humble.
Honestly, this might seem like the most human
Being
thing Pearl
humbled,
said
she
to date.
said.
And I think what she describes is the exact reason why most dudes get into the red pill. They get rejected a lot. They want answers, and they have this ideology that says, "I used to be like you. I used to be a loser. Now I have 7 women on my."
And you can be like me.
That's how all these people fall into.
Exactly.
You know, this idea that these are all experts and all this other stuff is like, no, they were all dweebs and nerds who couldn't get any, and then they got a little bit of fame and notoriety, and now they're based off this scam that they're selling, they're able to then propel themselves forward. And know for her it's even funnier because even though she got the notoriety, she still can't get a boyfriend. So obviously at least the red pill guys are getting laid. At least she can't even get a boy. Like, that's crazy. Ain't that crazy? All this 2 minutes up, you can't get a husband still?
They still not looking for you.
That's a crazy failure. But you hear it, it's from a place of hurt. That's where all of these people come from. That's where all this shit is projected from. It doesn't make it okay or whatever. It's just, that's the pathology that I've seen. It's often scammers or people who are really hurt who buy into the scam. But that's been my experience of learning.
Well, people that can benefit from, or people that can that it's either people that can take profit of people, or people that kind of see an answer light to whatever the hell they were feeling.
Yeah,
That's fine. That's fine.
If I was Pearl, I would honestly just fake a marriage. I'd pay somebody and fake a marriage.
No, that's not good. Because they will know.
Who will know?
People will know. People will know. If you fake a marriage like that and you put it on blast like that, people are gonna look into it because they're gonna.
Well, how would they know? You can literally fake it very easily. How would they know it's fake?
They're gonna know.
How would they know?
They're gonna know.
They can interview the guy.
You just don't realize what we just did a beat right now.
No, so if I was I would honestly fake one just so a lot of this criticism.
I don't think she can keep it up. That's what I'm saying. She would fake one, and then that thing will backfire into knowing it's a fake one, and then things will get worse.
Why would it backfire? I don't understand. How would people backfire?
I think that she would get discovered. Like she would fake a marriage. I don't think she's
think
smart
now
enough
it just
to
got to
be able
get aimed
fake a
down
marriage to
sight
the grand
kills.
public and things not slip.
I mean, people do that all the time. There's celebrities who do that, who have fake marriages. Why wouldn't she? It's just a matter of getting somebody you pay that you say yes to do the whole paperwork stuff, and they say just don't talk about it. That's it. I mean, hey, who knows? Maybe it would come out. I just think for a business move, it'd be great for her in the short term. But that is.
In the short, yeah, okay.
I mean, what? You think she's gonna be on YouTube for 10 years? Come on, bro.
But not the way she's going.
What do you think about the topic?
Not the way she's going.
We just discussed the whole life of Pearl. We discussed the whole life of Pearl. It's nothing that really I didn't know about.
Oof.
It's really just the wonderful life of Pearl. Like you
Pobrecita,
said,
Pearl.
what I learned the most is her villain story. Why
the
she,
origin story.
The origin story.
Yeah, that's
where
nice.
of how it started,
yes,
and the link to all the other villain, which I understand. I get the sentiment, and I get that. That's the only thing where I can actually understand where it's from, and I can understand the human. That's the human side of Pearl. And after that, she went on a whole other tangent that I already know about.
But ain't it okay? This is the thing that's fun.
Go ahead.
Pearl has the knowledge. She's open. She's willing to let her man sleep around. Okay.
She don't want that.
But she said she's open to it.
But that's why her friends.
Hold on. That's what she said. She said she's open to it. She has the knowledge. She knows all the answers. But in her friend group, she's the one who's not married. The ones who don't have the knowledge, who are not down with this, my man go sleep with everybody, they found somebody, and just lonely things, is still out here giving out advice. Ain't it crazy? The red pill person can't get the blue pill person's results. Just say,
because red pill is not for girls.
It's not.
Red pills is for. It's gonna function more on girl. If you're not so good looking guy, it has more chances of working on you than if you're not so good looking girl. Okay? The reason being is that guys and girls don't look for the same thing. A guy's not gonna care that she says, although that's not what they're looking for. And actually, her promoting herself the way she is promoting herself is the opposite of what every red pill guy wants. What she says is what every red pill guy wants. What she says is what every red pill guy wants. What she is the actual the
Opposite.
the opposite
Far,
of that.
far opposite,
They don't
bro.
want who she is. What she says is red pill. Who she is not.
How is who she is not?
The
She
looks
talks a
wise.
lot. She's not obedient. She always butts heads on people. She's not red pill. Pearly Things is her being is not the way she's functioning, the way she is. She's a career woman. She's career driven. That's not red pill.
I don't know. I think she is red pill because I've seen her on in situations where she's talking with other people, like other male red pillars, and she does kind of like get obedient for them. She'll kind of calm down unless it's quote unquote it's my show. Then she tries to flex like a red pill dude, and like what Preach is talking about, where like she'll try to show out, act like she's got some alpha in her. This is my show. You're not gonna be talking all crazy, blase blase. But otherwise, I do think she would be red pill because she'd be talking wild crazy, bro.
Everything that comes out of her mouth is though. So when it's gonna be time to not talk about what you do, but doing what you do, it's not gonna work because you're not. She's her mom.
I think for a lot of people who fall into these kinds of movements, I think from her you can kind of see where a lot of it comes up. Even if they come from a good family, all this other stuff, if they just not had luck with the opposite sex, then all of a sudden they're very susceptible to a lot of these scams, and that's just what it is with her. And now she's realized that she can perpetuate it for her own financial benefit, so she's doing her thing. That's why everyone who so knows her is like, yo, I knew her 2 years ago. She was not like this at all, and she just switched it up. Why? Because she said it also earlier, I love the views. I'm
Gotta get 2 double kills, marksman, and melee.
Sell this persona because it makes them profits. So
someone that was not good, that was a loser back then, considered a loser. If they haven't fixed themselves by the time they get all this attention, can be very detrimental to who they are as a person. If you didn't fix yourself and you do this YouTube stuff, it can mess you up. If you're not fixed and you get into the light of the people and then you go out there and you get all this attention, you can crave for more because you never had that.
Imagine having a little sister who's underage and putting her in front of a red pill audience. Like, there's a certain level of self-awareness you have to lack. There's a bit of like a stunted development I have to imagine you have, where you know these people and the way that they interact.
That's a very good
You
point.
bring your little sister who doesn't believe in any of this stuff, and you subject her to these kinds of comments.
Or you don't
It's
care,
crazy to
or
me.
you don't care because you value the views more.
Yes.
She values friendship more than view. She lost friendship because of that. She values that more.
She lied on her friends.
She lied on her friends. She doesn't care if her sister, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not so much that it's lack of self-awareness. Nah.
Prime clout chasing.
It's crackhead movement.
It's clout chasing. That's all it is. That's what these people
You're
do.
addicted to the views and you're ready to
Yep.
subject people, whenever they want that crack rock.
Facts.
And then they're ready to sell their soul and sell their mamas and their daddies.
Sell their booty.
Yeah, that's what it is.
They
That's
sell.
what it is.
She's so loud.
Question real quick from Pakistan.
Oh, this is another one on my save. So hold on, we'll get to that one. Cause this one I really wanted to get into because it kind of made my blood boil. But first, I want to see part 2. This is part 2 to what we just watched.
There's nothing that I've seen from YouTube or
Just
the way it
Pearly
operates
Things got
that makes me think
demonetized?
that we're guaranteed a place on this platform. It just takes the one wrong video, and all of a sudden they're looking through the history and be like, all right, that's enough justification. Get rid of these guys, right? Just Pearly Things got demonetized. Why did she get demonetized? According to the manual review, it says your channel is not currently able to earn. After reviewing your channel using a combination of automated systems and human reviewers, we found that it does not follow YouTube's channel monetization policies for hateful or harmful or hateful content. Apparently, someone was yelling that Just Pearly Things stopped her 50-year-old sister in the street and her school friends to ask them invasive questions about bedroom fun on her YouTube channel. She made several cuts of the video and has subjected them to abuse from the Red Pill community. So she was interviewing some teenagers.
Wow.
Some 14 and 15
Wow.
year olds. Is this
Wow.
surprising? No, I think that much. We can just get
14,
out the way right away.
15-year-olds?
Why is it not surprising, Abba? Because I told you most of these red pill goofballs are going to be gone. The moment I hear these guys saying women should lose the right to vote,
I don't think women should vote. Huh? I don't think women should vote. I don't think women should vote.
women shouldn't be allowed to have a bunch of different rights.
If this was Pearl's world, I'd get rid of birth control. I'd ban it. I think that's the root of all evil. The root of all evil.
Blah, 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 this and that. I already knew this stuff was coming, which is why I said before, if you guys are trying to advertise your stuff and be making any kind of money on YouTube, this is never going to last. The moment you start talking about stripping rights from a whole group or 50% of the population, you're probably not going to last much longer. You feel how you want about that opinion, but if I'm running a business and I want to sell advertiser, and I got a creator who's saying strip the rights of 50% of the population, including the demographic that most spends money when it comes to advertisers, there's no way she's going to last. I said the same thing with the Fresh and Fit stuff. It's like, I don't know how you can expect YouTube to have to pay you, because they would be doing that at the detriment of their own business. They would be losing money in order to pay you because you are bad press for them. Every time the CBC or any of these outlets write a piece on Pearl, it's about how bad she is and how the fact that this stuff is growing on YouTube or other platforms, right? So you're asking these companies to pay you so they can lose money.
Basically.
Nobody would run a business that way.
Nobody.
Not a single fucking person.
And nobody is.
Right. And so that's why you get demonetized. They're not losing any sleep over this because, one, these kinds of people don't make them that much money. They're not the prime. They're not what they use as pitch decks for their advertisers. They're not what they use to say YouTube is such an amazing community. This is like the dark side of YouTube that like YouTube puts away. It's like the kid living in the attic. That's what the red pill community is. But
because they built themselves a little echo chamber in these little niches in these fucking small little nooks and crannies of the internet. It's freaking gross.
all of a sudden, the kid living in the attic is making noise so nobody below can sleep. They start banging on the floor, walking loud at midnight, and like YouTube's like, oh my god. And they waited. To be fair, this shit been crazy for 2, 3, 4 years. And YouTube's just, but now YouTube's like, yo, you guys been stepping too loud, making too much noise.
It's not even so much that you can't sleep at night. Is that you can't invite nobody over.
No.
You can't have no company because they're making so much noise.
Yeah.
You cannot bring no company that's going to bring something to your house because the kid in the attic is crazy right now. And everybody knows about the kid in the attic and now they're pointing at your house. We're not go there. There's a kid.
Who the fuck is that kid upstairs?
Why do you
Nobody, don't worry about it.
Exactly. So it just don't look good. So it's like, listen, kid in the attic, you're over 18 now. You need to move out.
The kid in the attic is just yelling crazy shit. You just hear him. Sometimes it's not the steps. He's just like, 16-years-olds are hotter than 29-year-olds. And they're like, whoa, who's that? Who said that?
Oh, that's just a kid in the attic. Shut up! Boom, 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 boom.
Women should lose the right to vote. Who said that?
It's just a kid in the attic.
Wait, what was that last one?
Boom.
Women should lose.
Women voting implies that men and women are equal. We are not equal. We have different roles and responsibilities. Wow. You have different...
Lose the right to vote. Who said that?
If all women stopped working tomorrow, society would function fine. If all men stopped working tomorrow, society would be in shambles.
This is the kid in the attic. Oh, who's that kid
Oh my
in
God.
the attic? And why the fuck do you keep a kid in the attic?
Yeah. That's essentially what the red pill community is.
Great analogy, by the way.
Now, whether it's right or wrong, they didn't ban her. They removed her monetization, basically saying you don't get to earn money for this.
That's the first step.
And they might not ever ban her. I think the monetization is probably the smartest thing.
The most effective thing.
You know?
You draw people to the platform, but they don't get to earn.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure what you're saying.
Yeah. Now, does it suck that you get something like this after not receiving any strikes or anything like that? Absolutely. I could definitely see how that would rub a lot of people the wrong way.
But it's written. It's written that they don't have to necessarily give you strikes.
Yes, YouTube wrote their policies in a way that they can get rid of anybody at any point.
Exactly.
At the same time,
like the same people wrote their own thing, and you sign onto their platform.
Listen, I think there's a lot of people who get demonetized or get banned, who it feels like it's an ultimate gray zone. Just pearly things is not one of those. Neither was Fresh and Fit. Those are not people I was surprised when they got banned. Whether it was the false copyright strikes against a bunch of people to get their channels deleted, whether it's her bringing on Nick Fuentes to say a whole bunch of stuff about black people and Jews that you just can't be saying.
You think they were embellished upon?
I think they're embellished, yeah.
The same way. This sounds... Oh, gosh.
Oh boy.
They're gonna
You're
be in
get
trouble.
yourself
This
canceled.
sounds similar to the slavery stuff too, because that's literally the founder of, or the guy who made Root said, I wanted a myth for my people to live by.
If you want to be engaging in that kind of stuff, it's perfectly
Good
sensible
Lord.
for YouTube saying we don't want you. Do I feel bad for her?
Like, why would she say those things out
Do I think
loud?
it's right that she got demonetized? If they didn't ban her, I don't feel any type of way about it. I don't think anybody has the duty to pay you if they don't want to employ you. Do they have a duty to pay her?
They don't have a duty to pay her.
I guess the argument would be these places are such big platforms. If they remove the ability of these people to make money, they're essentially censoring people who lean a certain political spectrum.
Listen, the thing is that people that get from the 9 to 5 to the YouTube game oftentimes have sometimes a 9 to 5 mentality, I find. For example, when you do a 9 to 5, there is your job is subjected to laws that they cannot just fire you like that. They have to pay you, they have to give you warnings, they have to this and that and whatever in the third. But of course, you have to show up to work. YouTube is very different in the sense that, yeah, they do pay you, and you kind of have an agreement with them. They do pay you, but
It was about to be a
if you
headshot.
don't decide to show up to work, you don't show up to work. You don't have a schedule. If you decide not to show up for a month, you don't show up for a month. And then when you do, you do. And any other work, they're not going to accept that, right? It's not like a contract where, no, you have to do not X
Good
amount
shot.
of videos and this and that like a 9 to 5. So it's not exactly the same thing. Though I would say that when they terminate this thing, it's really just a partnership that you have. You create videos, and if they boom in, we give you some out of what we do. It's like an affiliation, a partnership that where we're like, hey, you know what, that thing that you do, we're not gonna affiliate ourselves with that. We don't feel like this is good, so you can keep on doing your thing, but we don't want no part of it. It's not like a normal 9 to 5 work thing.
Yeah. But I mean, listen, you guys, you can go to Rumble, you can go to these other platforms and make it work there. Nothing is promised on this platform. And I'm not even saying this from some kind of ironclad castle. Like I said, I told the preachers, we could get deleted too.
100%.
There's nothing that I've seen from YouTube or the way it operates that makes me think that we're guaranteed a place on this platform. It just takes the one wrong video, and all of a sudden they're looking through the history and be like, all right, that's enough justification. Get rid of these guys, right? That's how I honestly feel. So if our day comes, I'm not going to be shocked. I'm not going to be surprised. Will I be disappointed or sad? Sure. You know, you never want these things to end. But I've known what this platform is from the jump. The employees are never going to run the employer. They are never going to run the company. They're never going to have that kind of power. So I don't even know why people pretend otherwise. Me, this wasn't surprising. But yeah, I mean, on the bright side, you know, she's been losing viewership for a long time. Her fan base has diminished significantly in terms of viewership and people giving it attention. If she finds a way to succeed on other platforms, good for her. But I don't see her last. So that's my. What do you think?
You invented something the other day. What was it? Oh yeah, man.
Nah.
And Pro's already on Twitter being like, "Oh my God, the Matrix is a." No, that wasn't the Matrix. That was you.
Man.
Yeah, you see, every time these red pillars want to do something, and then it comes back to bite them in the ass. They just be like, "The Matrix." The
Nope.
Matrix.
You don't get that excuse.
You bringing on Nick Fuentes? Matrix. You out here saying the most outlandish shit about people losing their rights?
You matrixed yourself.
You could never hold any job saying a lot of this goofy ass shit. You could never keep any job with this much public profile, okay, and say this goofy ass shit. There's no way. Try it. Try being part of a tech company and sitting down with dudes who want the eradication of Jewish people or stuff like that. Try. I wish you good luck.
It's just that normal companies have another department called
I don't know why it keeps doing this thing with my scope, bro.
YouTube don't. We don't go through that HR process.
Yeah.
Okay? It's just that.
Why should they tolerate people in the hoods running around doing all this stuff? Of course. If you guys want to risk your platforms to say dumb stuff that really doesn't further your cause, it's just to be extremist, go ahead. But don't go home afterwards talking about the Matrix when it's just your own fucking actions coming back to bite you in the ass. Some of y'all raising savage dogs being surprised when you get rabies afterwards. Like, nigga, you bought the bitch. Now the bitch part of you. I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, it wasn't If it was when. Who else is left?
Sure.
Who else is left from these red pill people?
There's Donovan, there's Rolo, but
They're too small.
channels.
They're too small.
That's what I'm saying. They're smaller channels.
They're rats in the attic. We don't even
Wow.
hear them. They don't make no noise.
Oh, until they leave poop.
Huh?
Poop stains. Poop
No,
drops.
they try to play it smart.
You can leave poop drops in the attic. As long
Although Brittany Venti coming for that boy Rolo.
they don't make it
maybe
down.
maybe they're gonna.
If he gets on CNN, if he starts doing news appearances, then you got a different story. These people are too irrelevant for YouTube to even know they exist. You know? That's the truth. You need to actually be somewhat noticeable or gain traction or have real news press. I already said it before. YouTube feels some type of way when you get news coverage. Pearl gets news coverage. Pearl's
Yeah,
on
she
Piers
does.
Morgan. Pearl's
She
all
really
going
does.
around saying this goofy shit.
I see.
Yeah, it's a different ballgame when you are that big.
Fresh and
Right?
fit,
You're
been
getting
on
10K,
Australia.
you know, you're getting 10,000. They don't give a fuck.
They don't care.
No.
Yeah.
Dag on, bro. Was that our
But
team, I hope?
It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Who's left? I don't know, man. Who's left? Who is left?
Exactly. All right. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below.
It really is, bro. Like, these dudes are dropping like flies. Like flies. Alright, so this video here, Myron made Jack Dougherty. I have no idea who Jack Dougherty even is. I don't even know if I'm saying that name right. Alright. He's got 12 million followers on YouTube, 9 million on TikTok. What is he famous for? American YouTuber, social media personality, born 2003. Best known for pranks and marker flipping content. My God. Oh my Jesus. And his YouTube career has been going on since 2016. Okay. So what? Bro. Okay, anyway, so this kid who got famous flipping markers was on Fresh and Fit, and it says here Myron made Jack Dougherty's girlfriend cry after she said this. Fire emoji. Jack tried to defend her in parentheses. And this is some random channel called Back to the Roots. No idea who they are. Small group, 66 followers. Oh, is this the original? I don't even want to watch it on Fresh and Fit and give them the plays. I'll watch one of the people who are, you know, ripping their stuff. Anyways, I want to see what plays out here, because I saw a snippet of it before I saved the video, and the way they were talking, the way the conversation was going, one, my blood was boiling, and two, it was something that I just I wanted to talk about, because the amount of disrespect these dudes have for people is unbelievable. Well, I can't say unbelievable because they're doing it, but it's insane to me. It is unnecessary. It is practically inhumane, if you ask me, because it's like, dude, you do not have the right to talk down to people the way they do. And this is just another one of those examples. I get a lot of people talk about these trans arguments in different forums, and each forum has their own kind of take on it because of their personal biases and whatnot. I consider myself an ally. I have no disrespect for anyone on this planet unless you disrespect others. That's when I draw the line. If you feel like you can be a douchebag to the world, then I'm gonna do it to you. if you treat me rude, I'ma treat you rude. That's just, I get a little tit for tat ish when it comes to that, honestly. But I feel like it's unjust to let people get away with mistreating you, especially if they are being very harsh about it, brash about it. So this video is just an example because, like, already the fact that they have to put in parentheses, this dude defends his girlfriend. Why should he have to defend her in any form of way on a simple podcast, dude? It's a freaking podcast, my guy. You're talking into microphones for a few dollars. And don't get me wrong, like, you got your thirst bros up there, like they giving y'all money for show. I won't deny that part. But like, bro, fuck out of here. It's redonkulous the way you've, bro. If I was to ever like set foot on their show, and I feel like I have the balls, I would do it. I would be damned if they sat there and spoke to me like and just got away. I'ma say something back, bro. Like,
you
nah.
came with the other individual that may or may not have been a certain gender or not, right?
Okay, so that's the Jack dude who just stood up and I guess is walking away for right now.
You brought her?
Yeah, she's like my friend.
Yo, you don't hear her voice?
Other individual that may or may not stand. Question real quick from Miss Pakistan. You came with the
Miss
other
Pakistan.
individual that may or may not have been a certain gender or not, right? Y'all are friends?
What do you mean? No, she's a girl.
You brought her?
Yeah, she's like my friend.
Yo, you don't hear her voice?
What's wrong with her voice?
Nigga. It said niggas.
Yeah.
She never said that.
What?
No.
Yeah.
Her voice sounds like a nigga.
No, it doesn't.
Really, dude?
Are you aware that the individual you came with identified as a woman but isn't?
She is a woman.
Was she born a woman, first of all? That's the question. Was she born a woman?
No, but she sees herself
Okay,
as a
good.
woman.
Okay, that's all we
she's
need to
not
know.
a woman.
so-
That's
yeah.
all we need to know.
So you're aware that she was not, or it wasn't born as a female?
You can't say it. That's quite disrespectful.
Right. That
You
is a
have to
bit.
say she.
answered
That
it.
is
Actually, it's more
very
like a he.
disrespectful,
She answered
though.
It's a he.
She answered it.
Okay. 100 years from now, archaeologists find the bones. What are they going to identify as? No, hold on.
Wait, what?
100 years from now, dead and gone, they find the bones. What is...
See, like, already there's a lot of context missing, but it's so disrespectful. Like, one, why are you even bringing up that line of questioning to begin with? You're talking about a person that does not appear to be on the show at the time to be able to defend themselves. You're just, like, asking this girl, like, hey, you brought somebody on our show. Like, this is how it sounds like. You brought this person on our show and told us they were a girl when really they were transsexual. You know, why do these dudes need to push this freaking, like, agenda of, like, what a man and woman is? Like, dude, you've got these people on here talking about dating. Why are you worried about what someone claims? Like, especially if it was from a previous show, like, let that shit go. Homie got himself a little toupee. Like, look, Myron's finally got waves and doesn't know how to act, bro. Like, ever since he got his hair done, like, homie's been on a whole nother level with these videos. It's the power of a proper hairline, I guess. Like, this light-skinned nigga with some waves.
Is she going to be identified as? Or he in this case?
And then, I'm sorry, another, I want to rewind it here because what he asks as, like, what the biology says, it just is so fucking annoying to me. Here it comes.
No, hold on.
Wait, what?
Here it comes.
100 years from now, dead and gone. They find the bones. What is she going to be identified as? Or he in this case.
I think this is like bullet.
Right there. 100 years from now, dead and gone. They're gonna dig out some balls. What are they gonna say? Who cares? Like, who honestly? Let it go. If somebody wants to identify as something, let them identify. Now, when we're starting talking about the ins and outs of the political agendas of when does gender assignment surgery get to come into play, and how young can kids have a gender reassignments and blah blah blah, then that's a different time we can have a conversation about things. But when you come into the conversation of how someone chooses to identify with the world, I'm sick and tired of these red pill right wing people talking about it as if like, well, scientifically, these are people who are misidentifying, or they are sick. Who cares? If someone is dealing with this mental break from reality, however you want to form this equation, doesn't matter. They are going through their form of therapy to cope with the situation by presenting themselves in a way that aligns with them mentally. And if that is what that person needs to exist and to be happy in the world, let them be happy. Shut the fuck up and let it be. If this person wants to identify as a woman, let them identify as a woman. If they want to identify as a they, let them identify as a they. Be respectful of what, like, even if you don't agree with that they part, use their name. People have names for a reason. Use it. Bro, it's not that hard to be respectful of another person. So this line of questioning is already on a level of disrespect that is, one, disrespectful to the person that he's attempting to talk about on multiple levels, and then it's disrespectful to try and grill this person here on the podcast currently to try and like put them in this situation, like, how dare you bring that person on this podcast or whatever. Like you, like, are you mad at this girl for inviting that friend? What? Grow up, my guy. You're so, like, it's so childish to me. So childish.
I don't like that.
I don't care what you think.
No, I'm
Answer
just
the
saying,
question.
like, I
Stop,
don't
stop,
necessarily
stop. Be quiet.
agree.
Be quiet.
Oh,
Answer the question.
Here comes
What are
the
they gonna be
chest
identified
beating.
as?
Well, I'm not into archaeology and shit like that, so I don't know.
Yeah.
They're gonna say dick. That's what he said.
They're
What I'm
gonna
saying-
find male.
What I'm saying is, it's going to be identified as a man.
Yeah, I think they're talking
Yeah,
about the
but
bone structure.
you know what? It's 2023. Get with it.
No.
And there's two genders.
Archaeologists
No,
aren't gonna
yeah,
care
there's
about
two
that.
genders.
Yes.
Male and female.
Male and female,
And
yeah.
whatever you're born is what you are. Period. Like, don't do that.
So you agree?
I agree. I was just saying, like, she's not here to defend herself. I just think it's rude to talk about someone that's not here and didn't talk
That's
at
true.
all. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying she
That's
came
it.
with her, and I
No,
was
I know,
asking
I'm
if she
just
was
saying
aware
kept her She's not on the
if you were
podcast.
aware if he was a guy.
Okay.
It's-
Okay. We're gonna cut this conversation.
I'm so she's so sweet.
Yeah,
She's just
it's
trying
sad.
to.
Yeah.
W
We're gonna cut it.
Oh yeah, W McKinney.
What
Oh
are you
yeah.
pissing out for?
No, it's just she's not here. She didn't even show any like time like with her face.
That's
like, why
not
are we
what I
talking
asked, though.
about
I was
her?
asking if she was aware if that was
Okay,
a he.
that's fine, but like it's just I don't know.
Look,
That's what I'm saying.
let me be very clear about this. I understand your Jack's girlfriend,
All right.
but this is
Hey.
our show. We run it the way that we want. So
Okay,
if
I'm
I'm
just
speaking,
talking.
She's
we're gonna
very
run it.
hot when she sticks up for transgenders.
Yeah.
I'm-
So
I
let
like
me
this
be
side of her. I've never got to
very-
see it yet.
Jack, control your girl.
Hey, no more
What?
sticking up for
Control your
transgenders.
girl.
We don't fuck with that
Be
shit,
quiet.
alright?
Stop
No, I'm
talking.
kidding.
Why are you telling me to be quiet when I have a mic?
Wow. So there's so many things right now I'm trying to unpack. First off, like, he's sitting here telling her, control your girl. Control your girl, like, one, you're being dismissive of this person that you're talking about and you've been talking to but are now talking about. Like, level of disrespect number one. Now you've got this kid acting out of his character, trying to seem cool for you guys. Another red flag. But like, oh my god, there's so much.
Say please, please.
Yo,
come on.
tell your dude, control your girl. Control your girl. I'm serious. Control your girl.
Really?
Yes, control your girl.
not
She's
that
acting
deep.
crazy right now. Control your woman.
Are you? I don't think she's acting crazy.
She's good. She don't know where she at, man. Control your woman.
Okay, enough. Change the
Control
conversation.
She doesn't. She doesn't know
Hold on,
where.
hold on. Let me be. Look.
She's upset. I'm sorry.
Let me be extremely clear
Don't worry.
about this.
She doesn't.
Here he goes.
Let me
He
be
wants to make you cry. He wants to make you cry.
Look. Let me be
That's just
extremely
fucking
clear about
cold.
this.
Shame on you.
Yo, let me be extremely clear about this.
Don't cry.
Let me be extremely clear about this.
When your boyfriend's bullying me, you don't want to say anything. But when we talking
Hey,
about,
shut up,
when
stripper.
we talking about
Fuck you,
men,
sit down.
when
Go
we
pick up
talking-
the ones on the
when
floor.
we
Let's distract
talking
your bitch
about
ass.
men,
Go get your
Jake-
bait.
Jake,
Please, pick up your fucking
Jake,
dog
let me
treats.
finish what I'm talking
Fucking-
about.
No one
When
throws
we're
money at your
talking
bitch
about
ass.
men
Yeah.
who aren't women, you want to start
all right,
crying.
you guys
But when
should
I'm
stay out
over
of it.
here
No
getting
one
called a
invited you to
whore,
the
you don't want to
conversation.
say
This is
shit
between
or
my
say
daughter and
anything to
Casey.
your
Why is that?
man.
Why is that having to do with me? What
What
he
in
says,
the
I can't
world
tell him to stop
is
saying
this
that.
devolving
Yes,
into?
street. I mean, she's
You
okay.
But is it gonna stop
No,
it?
but
You're
it's
ghetto,
okay.
chill.
Don't talk to
It's
women
okay.
like that. Your man controls what
She's
you
so
do.
precious.
You speak when he
Nah,
tells you
should
to.
I let her
All
speak?
good.
All right, let me be.
Anyways,
Everybody,
they're crying, so that's something
everybody,
down there.
everybody, shut the fuck up right now. I'm serious. Everybody, shut the fuck up. Let me be extremely clear about this. This is our shit. You're a guest on our shit. If I want to ask a question, I'm gonna ask the fucking question. If you don't like it, you can leave. Now, out of respect, I'm telling you to be quiet. I'm asking your guy to control you because you're being a little emotional right now, turning the quiet of the show. If I'm asking a question, I'm asking a question. Does it concern you? We run the show at our cadence. You don't
I
dictate anything.
apologize.
So shut the fuck up when I'm talking. All right? Like, this is not what you guys normally deal with. Like, we literally put our foot down when girls try to sit here and boss or whatever. It's our shit. You are here as a guest. So be quiet. Don't speak unless you're being spoken to. If I want to ask a question, I'm going to ask the fucking question, period.
Fuck, all I
Anyone
do is go
have
to
a-
the
Jack,
bathroom
Jack,
and
be
this
quiet for a
fucking
second.
happens, goddammit.
Does everyone understand that? Are we very clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so anyway.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Some more ridiculous. Okay, we'll read the chats.
See you, Nate.
All over transgender, really? Separating us.
Chill out, bro. Jake should take the light test too. And answer the question if he actually okay with his girlfriend being on OF. I think you mean Jack.
The fuck? I
He answered it
don't gotta
already.
lie. I'm gonna say I don't give a fuck.
Little
Like,
boy's lying and needs some Myron humbling action for sure. What that just happened?
No. No, it didn't just happen. I didn't get no humbling. He got worked up over her defending a transgender person. Like, all right, I'm more mad that she was defending the transgender, not
It
like
wasn't
fucking.
even that I
not
was
kidding,
defending that. I
Not
was
mad.
just defending
It's fine. It's not that deep. It wasn't that deep. It's fine. No one needs to be worked up about it.
I'm not worked up about anything. I'm just simply we're running the show a certain way. She wants to interject when I'm asking her a simple question. We're having a little bit of discussion. She wants to get in and interject, and I'm like, bro, stop running the show. That's what I'm telling you. Control your girl, bro.
No,
Control
tell me
your
He
girl.
said the
clips, tell me
same thing,
content.
but okay.
What?
He said the same thing, but okay.
What do you mean he said the same thing?
He said wrap it up. He doesn't want to talk about it. And
Well, I mean, I'm going
That's
to
all
ask the
I'm
question.
saying.
He's my co-host. We're
okay,
you know,
and this is a
but
show
that's
about
it. But no,
opinions.
but-
I'm
but-
just giving my opinion.
It's my show as well, so I'm just saying like
I
for a certain
know.
reason, let's move it along. But again, it's
I know.
All right, god damn man.
Yeah, the
That's just
point
so
is
nice.
that it's our shit, man.
You heard it right there, folks. The point is, it's our shit. Like, that's all these red pill dudes do is like they just want to sit on a platform where they can act like they run something and like boss people around essentially. Like, dude, chill out. You're just running some cameras and microphones talking to people, and you just so happen to get like the sector of the internet where these are those same simpy lonely guys that you're trying to convert over. So instead of them spending money on OnlyFans, they're spending money on you. Are you proud of yourself? You're just as bad as the OnlyFans girls in a way. You want to sit there and shit on them about having these dudes following them and da-da-da-da-da. But like, you're further ruining the world, if you ask me, just by poisoning the minds of these people. Aw. Took my kill.
Close one. Changing mags. Throwing stun grenade. Hostiles launched a cruise missile.
Oops.
Yeah, fresh. You got these real quick.
Like
Okay,
that's all
D-Murph
these
says,
alpha
Chris is
dudes
Sofa
want to
King.
do.
Retarded.
Just like
Ladies,
act big
don't
and
make me
strong,
for
I
the future
guess.
For this one, great country. 4 of our threes run a corner, and y'all be screaming for gender roles. Then out for the modern women. And then we got Albo A says, "There'll be Pakistan parents disowning their 3 or 4 daughter." In response to that,
So rude. I know that guy's probably subscribing to my wife right now, so.
who knows?
There he is.
Who knows? All right. Any more?
No, we're good.
Cool. Last thoughts on the show, and we will get you guys out of here. Okay, start with the couch and head out here. Last thoughts on the show, comments, questions, anything?
Nothing.
Psychopaths.
Last thoughts?
Okay, nothing.
Okay.
What about you?
What was the question?
Last thoughts.
She has no thoughts, so let's just skip her.
Actually, yeah, no, I don't really have any thoughts, honestly.
Cool. About the show?
No, actually, I do. So I thank you guys for having me on here. It was a lot better than the last one, if you remember that at all. That was a little bit of a mess. I thought this went pretty well in comparison. So
kind of.
It went way better than that. At least no one got kicked off.
True.
But yeah,
well, almost.
Thank you guys for having me on the show. As for everything that we spoke upon, I really don't have any questions or concerns.
Cool.
So all
Name
right.
3 countries.
Bro.
I'm just kidding.
Really?
What
3
about
new
you?
ones or 3 that we spoke of?
No.
All right.
New ones. But go ahead.
I pretty much said what I had to say. Honestly, I would have preferred Nick Fuentes over him being on the show. So
Wow.
dead ass.
It's fine. That's fine.
He has better points.
That's fine.
Yo.
Because Nick Fuentes is actually an intelligent.
Okay, we're gonna
yeah,
move
okay,
forward.
I'll stop. I'm not it.
Damn, nigga. What about you?
What
How
about
much is
me?
win right now, nigga?
What am I
Oh,
saying?
Lee.
Huh?
Thoughts on the show, comments, questions.
Oh, this was really good. Loved it.
Thank you for
Great
coming.
Was it better than
experience.
fucking guys?
Does he stop ever?
Depends,
Sorry.
depends on the guy.
At least Nick
Depends
Depends on the guy.
guy.
Okay.
A little bit.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Thank you for having us back, and I've actually learned a lot. I learn a lot every time I come on the show, even though.
What you
it's
learn?
not-
Countries?
Yeah, that I tried to anyway.
Okay. What's his name?
I don't know. That's a hard one.
Oh, you're funny. What about you? Thoughts on the show? Questions,
I want to
comments?
say thank you to the co-host and everyone here, but your chat is absolutely brutal. Yeah.
Nah, they're cool as fuck.
No, what the hell?
They don't
No.
fuck about.
It's so rude.
Okay. How's the show for you?
It was good. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Don't lie. Say fuck you guys. Double down.
No, that's it. I mean, I just wasn't trying to hurt anyone's feelings. Just
Where's Myron? We gotta run my ones right now. Where the fuck he at? Nah, I'm kidding. Don't hurt me.
Nah, bro. Just
Please don't hurt me.
Chill with that, bro.
Please don't hurt me.
Like,
Please
I
don't hurt
mean,
me.
honestly, like, that's not funny, bro.
What? How are you gonna take that seriously? I'm being sarcastic, clearly.
But it's not even funny to joke about it.
What?
He's not here.
We joke about what?
Myron.
What are you talking about? How are you guys getting? Why are you guys taking certain things so seriously?
Because it's not funny.
What?
What happened?
He's making fun of you.
I wasn't even making fun of him. I literally said, I was like, "Where's Myron? Let's run around ones. You made my girl cry." Like, so sarcastic.
I mean, we could put boxing gloves if you want.
I was fucking joking. Why would I want to box your ass? Fuck.
Okay.
Like, oh my god, why do
Wow.
you guys choose to take certain things seriously?
So he's ready to box this little dude who's like half his size. But when Abba and Preach was ready to face off with this dude after he was talking all that craziness, they back out. So you're real quick to talk big and tough when it's this regular little kid. Like he's 10 years younger than you, half your size, and you're real big to talk. Bro, you won't talk to somebody your own level. Like, bro.
Yeah. They're really serious men.
It's just when they want to be, I guess. But whatever.
They're
the
very
clip.
serious
W
men.
clip.
man.
They're strong and serious.
Thoughts on the show?
Thank you guys.
Yeah, they're
for
strong
having
and
me,
serious.
Me
First
neither.
of all, and I think it's cool that everybody gets to shed light on what they do and just kind of talk about themselves a little bit and share opinions. So yeah,
Are you gonna quit OnlyFans
eventually, maybe.
tomorrow?
No, not tomorrow.
Okay.
Probably not in the near future, but
Huh?
one day.
What about you?
I just want to say thank you for having us back. Can't say none of this is unexpected. So we expected all this. So. Yeah.
Wait, what the hell happened while I was gone?
No, we just did last thoughts, and then he made a joke about just it's not funny.
It wasn't. It
All
didn't
he
have
said
to be
was
funny.
that I was crying.
I was like, yeah, he made. I was like, she's like, oh, thank you guys for having me on. I had a great time. And I was like, nah, tell him how it is. Say, fuck you. You made me cry. But as a joke, so sarcastic. But who cares? It's not that deep. Like, why you guys?
You said let's run one-on-ones.
Yeah, it's like you
As
missed
a
that
joke,
part.
I'm a fucking child. You think I want to box him? Like, what the fuck? I'm being so sarcastic, so obviously.
Okay.
This is the first time of the night where my sarcasm is just like twisted. Out of the one joke where it's a fight, like that should be the most sarcastic shit ever. The fuck? Why would I want to fight him?
Okay.
It's like, come on now. You guys
That's
are
fine.
like, Jesus.
Yeah,
Don't
they
switch
really
up,
are.
like, emotional over some fucking.
Not emotional.
You guys been
dude.
hanging around these girls
Facts.
for too long, all right? You're becoming them. Let me teach y'all a minute. Buy my course, jackdory.com. No, I'm kidding.
You're really emotional right now.
You're fucking emotional. All right,
Yeah,
we're not
I
up
told
to
you
you
I'm
yet.
sensitive.
We're not up to you yet. Your boyfriend's cheating on you in fucking Europe, all right? You don't got a lot to talk about. No, I'm kidding. Fuck you.
I've been so nice to you.
I know.
Come
I'm sorry.
on.
I've been so nice to you. Like,
She is sweet.
every time I talk to you, I mean it in a nice way. I don't mean to offend you. Look at you. You can take it. You're so happy. Look at you.
I can't believe I
All
missed that,
29 years
bro.
old with all your energy.
I mean, the thing is, I wouldn't say that we're all serious. Just that we have boundaries, and we don't really tolerate disrespect.
All right, but how did that cross the boundaries? I say something else before that would have crossed before that.
I mean, if you say let's run the ones, that's basically you
okay,
saying.
bro. How are you gonna take me seriously when I say
Well,
that?
no, if you're kidding, then that's fine. But I don't know.
Of course
if that,
I'm kidding.
I don't know if that context. Again, I wasn't here, so I don't know under
Oh,
what
bro,
context
you-
it was said. So I don't
Really?
know. But
Really?
you know, obviously, if you responded that way, you probably assumed that you were probably serious about it and you didn't like it. So, but we do have boundaries. We run things a lot differently here. We don't like let girls boss us around or whatever. We have a system that we run, discipline, get shit done, etc. Girls
We
want
don't
our
let
shit.
girls
We do. And then if
boss
a guy
us
says something about
around.
run the ones, well, that could be taken
Oh
seriously.
my god, you guys taking it so out of context. But whatever.
You said it was a joke. So it's a joke.
Obviously, it's a fucking joke. I don't know why we're still on this. You guys are bringing it up as if I was being seriously. That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
he just didn't interpret it that way, I guess.
Yeah.
But
whatever.
he didn't
It's
know
fine.
how it
It's
said.
fine. This is like we're like the girls yapping right now. It's fine. Let them yap. What were your thoughts? on this?
Facts.
Like this is
That's
the gayest
ex-
shit to talk about.
I
Right?
feel like.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Like, that she was just making like don't talk to me.
Exactly. She said he's not in the room.
What am I on right now with this knife match to?
McKinley, like how she was saying, don't talk about someone when they're out there. Like,
Wasn't
it just kinda
talking
goes
about him.
back. No.
Wouldn't say anything bad.
I mean, I
Made
wasn't
my
saying
girl
anything.
cry.
I was just saying that there's
Wink,
two
wink.
genders. Is basically what I was trying to say when I was asking that. I wasn't like attacking the individual personally. It's a complete. It's not the same.
All right,
You're trying to
everyone's losing
compare.
brain cells, all right? That's all I'm gonna say. We're
You're
all
trying to
fucking
compare the
confused.
two. It's very different.
I'm confused.
Gotcha.
Listen. He was joking, so it's fine. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, let's move on.
If it's not joking, then don't joke about it.
No, he's talking.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
All right, if he's joking, he's joking.
I think everyone here needs to smoke a fucking blunt or some shit. You know, calm everyone down. Simmer
Don't
down.
worry, we're ending the show soon, guys.
But that's that male ego that's so insane to me on these podcasts, bro. It's like, bro, you think just because you've got this little setup and you've got this following that gives you this freedom of speech, quote unquote, to talk to people any kind of way, all kinds of crazy like that, like, and then you want to like puff your chest up at a fucking kid. He's a kid. He even said it. But he was even calling it out like, bro, why are we still talking about this? Why was that even an issue? Why was that something that we needed to have a fucking reaction for anyways? Because the action did not, like the crime did not match the punishment or whatever. Like, none of that made sense. But once again, Myron likes to get in these situations where he can freaking puff his chest, beat on himself a little bit, make himself sound bigger than somebody, blah blah blah. Cause we're different. We do things different, and we don't tolerate disrespect from nobody, bro. I'll disrespect him right to his face with this fake ass ways, bro. I wonder how much he paid for that toupee, though. Oh my lord! It's no wonder that they got demonetized. Like, you put this type of, like, it's essentially hateful because you're doing it on purpose. Like, you're just wanting to incite some kind of issue every chance you get, every confrontation, every conversation. You're fighting with somebody. or you're like not able to have a conversation with them because it's like they disagree with you a little bit, and so you're not gonna take that level of disrespect because they interrupted you one time because what you said was a little hurtful. Like, it's so childish, bro. None of them have a true conversation. It's literally just for them to set up these like steamroll positions to where like no matter what, you're going to listen to what I have to say because at the end of the day, it's my show. You gonna do what I want in my show because it's my show. Fuck out of here, bro. So we're over on the Whatever Podcast, this video. Let's see what this dude's got to say. This one's labeled, so, like, Fresh and Fit, once again, like, they like to talk junk about a ton of people. And this dude from Whatever Podcast is one of those people that they like to talk junk about. How did I get that kill? So he's another one of those people that they like to talk junk about because they're like a rip-off artist. So this is, I guess, Brian, the host, responding to what they say. I don't know if he's gonna read the question.
Can you read this?
Yeah,
okay, here we go.
Hey Brian, any plans on addressing the recent comments made about you by FNF? Some valid criticisms there, even though slightly hypocritical. Maybe making an appearance on their show to clear your name. Also, hi Mary.
Sure.
Hi.
What was said?
Yeah, I'll just address it very quickly. What I want to do is actually do a thorough written response. Maybe I'll do an actual in-video response, but I haven't really perfectly determined what my response would be and be able to precisely articulate all my counter arguments to it. The brief answer would be, just as a point of clarity, basically, Fresh and Fit is a very similar podcast to ours. They started before us. I've repeatedly credited them to some degree as inspiration for the show. I've had nothing but positive things to say about them. I've said, I've shouted them out a whole bunch. I've reached out to both Myron and Fresh to attempt to arrange for a collaboration. We have some mutual connections that I've tried to get an intro that way. It's been clear to me for a very long time that they're not interested in collaborating, which is fine. I am not owed a collaboration, much in the same way that I do not owe anybody else who reaches out to me to want to collaborate with me. I don't have an issue with that. What I likely suspect is they view me as competition, ergo, they do not want to compete, or excuse me, they do not want to collaborate with a competitor in the same way that you might, for example, say, and shout out to Length or Gurf on Reddit for this one, Coca-Cola may not want to collaborate with Pepsi. I get it. Although what I would argue is that when it comes to the digital content creation space, it's not like a zero-sum game where if I have viewers, I'm taking away from their viewers. I don't really think that's how it works. I would compare it to like two musical artists. Let's say two rap musicians. Rap musicians frequently collaborate, even though they're in the exact same genre. They're making the same type of music. Perhaps their lyrical structure is similar. The instrumentals they're in C major. There's all kinds of things where you can find a lot of commonality in music. There's this complaint that that the podcast is a ripoff or a copy. My response to that would be, first off, nobody has an intellectual property right to a live dating podcast, so there's certainly no copyright infringement or intellectual property infringement. You cannot trademark an idea now. In the same way that, for example, there's allowed to be more than one rapper. There's allowed to be more than one horror film. You're allowed to have more than one drama. There's a lot of similarities. What I would say is they are not the first to do a podcast. They're not the first to do a live podcast. They're not the first to do a dating podcast. They're not the first to do a dating roundtable. They're not the first to talk about these things. I would argue that Tim Likas, Patrice O'Neal, and a couple other people have been talking about this for a long time, dating all the way back to the 90s, early 2000s, Tom Likas. When it comes to dating shows, you have Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew dating all the way back to the 90s. You have, I've seen Oprah episodes where they assembled a panel of men and women and talked about dating. I've heard about who should pay on first dates. There's old retro video you can pull up of Oprah actually talking to Warren Farrell, who's a men's rights advocate, about who should pay for first dates. These conversations have been going on for a very long time before some of these people were even born. Who else? You had, so Patrice O'Neal, Tom Likas, Adam Carolla. I think I'm missing one. You have Kevin Samuels. You have a bunch of people. Howard Stern has been bringing on random women and talking about dating and relationships for a very long time. We've
Also
obviously
true.
gathered to some degree inspiration from their show. Now, in any case, if they don't want to collaborate, that's fine. My issue is when you start, and I'd rather save this for a proper actual response because we're limited on time here during the show. He said essentially that I'm in it for the money and that we don't share the same values because one time I promoted a sex toy. Again, I'd rather save my actual rebuttal when I've actually given it more thought. There's a lot of things I can point out in how they choose to conduct themselves that, I mean, I would say get off your high horse when it comes to your claims of value. Also, I could also make very compelling arguments of these accusations that we're just in it for the money. I'm prepared to show that in a lot of ways you guys have monetized your audience to a far greater degree than I have when it comes to, you know, again, I don't have an issue with the way they're monetizing. I don't have an issue, but don't make criticisms of me when it comes to the way I'm monetizing. And I could point out some ways that you guys, again, I don't have an issue with the way they're moving, but don't get off your high horse, okay? This cope about he's just in it for the money. I mean, my dudes, you guys charge a lot of money for some of the products you sell. The thing is that they bill themselves. I don't bill myself as a dating coach, a guru, or an expert. I'm just a normal guy. And I talk about dating and relationships. I will never bill myself as an expert or a guru or a coach. I'm not going to do landing page funnels and charge you guys $500 to buy some product. Again, I don't have that. I have no issue with them doing that. But if you're going to get on your podcast when I've had nothing but nice things to say about you and essentially attack me, the insinuation that you're making with Fresh shaking his head like, bro, this guy's in it for them. Actually, should we? I don't know how. Look, it's just like you cannot sit there and say I'm in it for the money when you guys are charging people thousands of dollars to go to your subscriber milestone parties. You're selling a $500 course on how to DM girls on Instagram. You're selling a $700 course on how to be a high value male. You are doing live events where you're selling VIP tickets. We do super chats. We do donations. There are different triggers for that for us. We have memberships. We have, let's see, we got merch. We have, what's the other? Oh, merch, memberships, super chats, donations. I'm trying to think if there's another one that I'm blanking on here. What's that? Oh, no, that's not. They do all of that and more. So, I mean, it is what it is. We're not going to collaborate. I've reached out to them. And also there's this thing like, I've reached out to them to extend an olive branch. I say, and hey, let's work together. They either just don't respond, or it is what it is. There's a lot of backstory. I'm not going to get into all of it, but it's kind of silly because I don't think it's a zero-sum game. I think actually it'd be a very mutually beneficial collaboration, but they don't view it in that way. Look, I'm not entitled to a collab. They've left me on red. They don't respond to me. I've even just wanted to have a conversation with Myron. He doesn't want to. I'm not all prissy about it. I just haven't followed up. I don't have an issue with them not wanting to collaborate, but when you go on your show, just say you don't want to collaborate because I'm a competitor. I get it. But don't get off your fucking high horse about, oh, don't share values, bro. I'm not going to get into it. I don't feel the need to like engage in some beef. And there's a lot of things I could say about your guys' values because you're criticizing mine. And you're basically accusing me of grifting. I mean, again, there's a lot of things I could say. What I would point out is, again, actually, fuck it. Pull up Walter Weeks' Instagram. I think there might be a tab for it. I'm in it for the money. Pull it up. I'd like to remind you, actually go back really quick. So I still drive a car I bought 10 years ago, a $20,000 Toyota. I don't have any bling. I wear $20 flannels. I wear $5 black t-shirts. I wear sweatpants from Costco. Pull up Walter Weeks. Let's talk about the money. It's all about the money, right? Go down.
Because it's fresh CEO.
Scroll
Even
down.
though he wears like the same shirt.
Click that one with the G-Wagon. Okay. Life is too short to drive foreign cars. Okay. X out of that. He's got, scroll up. This one. He's got some bling. He's got a thing. I don't know if he has a Rolex. Click on the green car one. Here, you're going to have to move us to the other
Grind
side.
in your 20s, create wealth in your 30s, and enjoy experience created from the sacrifice.
Okay.
Lamborghini dreams.
Is that a Lamborghini? Cool. Next, go down. There's another Lamborghini. There's
Who's
another
monetizing?
Lamborghini. I don't know how much your necklace costs, but okay, scroll down. There's a red Lamb. I assume he owns these, right? I'm pretty sure he owns these. There's you on a private jet.
No,
Scroll
I
down.
think they're all leases.
Okay, click the one with the 3 cars on the far left.
It's like a rental thing he
That's
does.
your 3 cars. God's plan, blessed and highly favored. Okay.
I ain't gonna front. That kind of looks photoshopped just by the way underneath the Bentley looks. That looks
Scroll
a
down.
little. It looked a little.
Up a little bit. Up. The one with the umbrella. Why do you have an umbrella, dude? It's sunny. You can X out that. Scroll down.
It's a parasol.
Scroll down. I'm trying to find where there's a. Oh, this one of him
Can't
getting off
believe
a
that girl
private
said
jet.
that.
Let's click on that. No. The private jet. Scroll down. Yeah. My life is a movie. It should be on film. Flexing with 100K. That shit sounds silly. 2 Lambos at the same time. That shit sound litty. Now, bear in mind, when Myron was saying that I'm in it for the money, Fresh was shaking his head like in disapproval that I'm just in it for the money. I don't know, your lifestyle is rather superficial, but pull it back up. The Instagram.
Who?
Oh, okay, hold on.
Grid One Motorsports donated $100. One ST Violet, get out of CA and go find a tall cool Texan to marry you. Second, Brian, I have some issues with the financial side of the Red Pill space, specifically Burr, etc., and some of the relationship advice they give. You show is cool, so here is few bucks.
Yo, Grid One, I appreciate the support, man. Thank you. Go ahead. Click on the next one, the Lambo. Yeah. Money can't buy you happiness, but it can buy you Lamborghini. I think that's the extent of what I need to show. These accusations that I'm in it for the money, meanwhile, you are sitting across from someone who, at least to me, appears to very much be in it for the money, given the lifestyle that he is trying to sell. He has multiple exotic cars, bling,
That's a
jewelry,
very good
etc.
point, mister.
So I think you ought to look, Myron, you ought to look internally at the people that you have around you before criticizing me for allegedly being in it just for the money.
And that's what I'm talking about. Like these dudes, these dudes are so ridiculous with their fucking arguments and the way they are. Like he said, they act like they're on this high horse when they're probably the most scumbag people of the planet. Like just straight up scummy, scumbag, blah, 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 gross. Like, the world would be better without you. I hope this map is like. I wish they would hurry up because this map is. Ugh. I'm done with it. Poopy. All right, let's see what other nonsense this Myron gets into. Dismantling a simp and selfish BW. Now I want to know who the simp is because there's no dudes here. The only dude other than Fresh and Fit is our good friend Sneeko, which is one of their longtime besties, and they've been on the show a long time, and they've go back and forth a lot with their circle jerk. So I'm interested to see who's the simp in this video.
What about you?
That's cheating.
You think it's cheating? Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
That's cheating.
You think it's cheating? Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I feel like if you have purpose, you have no reason to step out on me. You're going to be so focused on your work and your purpose and me that you have no reason to go talk to somebody else.
Do you think you could sexually satisfy a man by yourself?
Yeah.
You're delusional.
I guess I am.
Yeah.
Wait, how?
Don't worry about that.
No, how?
Just
What if
by-
he wants a white girl?
That's him. Then leave her and leave me and go get her.
No, like he wants to try a white girl.
Yeah.
And then
Then go
another day he
try
wants an Asian
her.
girl.
Go try her and leave me alone. Simple.
But that's your husband.
I don't care.
Wow, you don't care about your husband?
I don't care.
That's crazy.
If you can go step out on me for a next girl, stay with her.
Do you actually seriously think that you can sexually satisfy a man but just by yourself?
Yes.
That's delusional. You cannot.
So
The truth
you're
is you
telling me
cannot.
this whole time you've been alive, you never been cheated on?
I mean, she's single, Fresh.
No, hold on.
I don't want to say I wasn't cheated on, but like
You was.
no, it was a
Or you had your
situationship,
suspicions.
so it was kind of not stable. You know, it wasn't a stable situation, so I can't consider that cheating if we're both not committed.
All right, I'm just gonna give it to a raw. You will never sexually satisfy a man by
Raw?
yourself.
Yeah.
Period. It's never gonna happen. Men are always
Okay.
gonna want other women.
That's fine.
And
So
like
you won't have me.
also,
So okay, so you do realize whether he's a brokey or he has money, he's gonna still want to exercise options and have other women. You know that, right?
That's fine. They just don't have me though. They just won't have
If
access to me.
99% of men are going to cheat anyway, wouldn't
I
it make
just
more
won't
sense?
be committed to that. I won't be committed. If you won't be committed, why should I be committed?
Because you're
Right.
a female.
No, that's not.
See, like they handle relationships as if like it's a one-sided transactional thing. Like I'm doing this. What the fuck are you supposed to do? You're supposed to do exactly what I tell you to do, because I'm already doing my this. Like, bro, it's a couple, bro. It's a couple. You're not in a relationship with yourself. You're not in, like, at this point, just get a sex doll, bro. Like, then you could tell it to do whatever the fuck you want it to do. But like, it's insane to me. This level of like, this further plays into that level of disrespect they have toward people. Like, you have very little appreciation for women, in my opinion. If you can sit here and talk down to a person in any way like this, it just speaks on how little you value people. It's so disrespectful, bro. I don't care who you are, bro. And so, first, for my opinion, like, a man should not be trying to constantly hook up with another person. When you are in a relationship, you are committing to someone. You are committing to a relationship. If you want to fuck around, go fuck around. Be single. Go live the single life. But don't commit to a serious relationship with someone and tell them that they have no right to have some kind of, disgust with what you're doing. They don't have to comply with it. Just like she said, if you don't want to commit to me, why do I have to commit to you? There's no need. What's the point of them dealing with you if you're not going to meet their needs? It's a two-way street and they don't act like it.
fun.
Do you want to run around and fuck a bunch of niggas?
No, but I'm not gonna be committed to one person if
Now
you're
ask me
not
if I want to
committed
run around
to
and
me
fuck a
either.
bunch of bitches.
I mean, I don't know.
See how interesting it is where
I'm not
you don't
gonna
even want
commit
to
to
do
somebody
what
who's
you're.
not committed to me. Why?
He's committed to you. He's willing to protect you and provide for you.
Yeah.
You have the last name.
But that's
You
not a
have somebody else
commitment,
that you're
bro.
entertaining. You're not committed
It's
to
just
me.
sex.
It's an
That's
activity.
You're still
but that's
you're
not honor,
committed to me.
bro.
We don't want
No.
be told, man.
No.
Okay, are you willing to accept the fact that you probably will be cheated on in the future with any man that you deal with?
She will.
But then he will be cheated on too.
But you just said.
Do you think?
Wait a
it's-
minute.
Do you think it make?
It's simple.
Do you think it makes sense
I'm
for you to cheat
supposed
back
to
on a man?
If I have another option, I'm gonna exercise that option. If you're gonna exercise your options, I'll show you how many I have too.
Do you think that's a flex as a female?
No, but it's not about a flex. It's about my happiness. If I'm not being, if there's no loyalty, we don't have anything.
So you think by getting even is the way
It's
to go?
not about getting even. It's
Quite literally
about
just
if
said
you're
getting
not loyal to me, I'm not going to give you loyalty either.
Okay, who do you think takes the L in the long run by not showing that loyalty?
So I'm supposed to stick around with somebody that's not committed to me.
He is.
Well, going and having sex with someone else is a bigger L.
I mean,
What is it about this? Who takes the bigger L? Who takes the bigger L? You both do. You fucking both do. Because one, this woman gets hurt. They get disrespected. They get mistreated. They start second guessing themselves. They gotta freaking start dealing with therapy because they are second guessing them as a human being because of your dishonesty, because your lack of commitment. You, as the man, cheating, not able to show honor, not able to show any form of discipline, not able to show any form of respect, clearly proving that you did not actually love the person or have any form of respect for the commitment or have any form of like you were so willing to just throw it away. It's not a commitment if you're not making a commitment to each other. And if they're not agreeing to whatever terms you're wanting, like you can't do that, dude. You can't expect somebody to just like blindly follow whatever the fuck you tell them to want to do. Especially if you're going to talk down to them, treat them as if they're less than, treat them as if their voice does not matter, as if they shouldn't be heard. They should be seen, not listened to. You know, it's very, very shameful behavior.
I guess it is for everybody else, but for me, I feel like a bigger L is to stay committed to somebody that's not committed
Remember
to
how
me.
you said earlier that women are emotional and make bad decisions?
I guess, but if you're not committed
This
to
is
me,
an emotional
I
decision that you're
don't.
talking about right
It's
now.
not emotional. It's
Yeah, it is.
logic. If you're not committed, I'm not committed. It's simple.
Do you lose value as you gain more sexual partners?
Of course I'll lose value.
So why would
but
you
at
go
the
ahead and
same-
try to
I
play
didn't-
a man's
I didn't,
game?
I didn't say that I was gonna go get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I said I'm not gonna be committed to you. I'll probably have somebody on the side. Could be one.
You do realize that makes you a hoe, right?
I guess, but if you're a hoe, I'm a hoe too.
What?
He can't be a hoe.
If you're a hoe, I'm a hoe
You
too.
do realize that men are the hoe makers and women are the hoes, right?
I feel like that's double standard. As
It
a
is.
person, you have to have loyalty and respect. If you have purpose, you have no reason to cheat.
All right, let me ask you a question.
You're so caught up
do you,
in your
do you
purpose
believe
that
in
you
gender
wouldn't
roles?
have to
Hold
cheat.
on. Do you believe in gender roles?
I do believe in gender roles, yeah.
That's a double standard right there then.
How?
Men are, gender roles are the man is a leader, protects, provides.
Mhm.
The woman is submissive and follows them.
So they're supposed to
They're not the
cheat on
same.
me because they're a man.
Well,
no.
here's the thing. He's a leader. He takes all the risk. He gets certain privileges that you don't.
No.
It doesn't matter.
That's
I feel
not
like
how
I
that
take,
goes.
Risks by bringing his child into this world also. So what are you talking about?
There's no kid.
That's true. but-
That's a risk. That's my life.
No, I understand that.
Okay,
I understand that,
so-
but he has to be attractive in the first place for you to even pick him to have a kid with him.
Okay, but at the same time, I'm risking my life to bring your child into this world, and you gonna have somebody
but you
else.
pick if the child comes
No.
into life, though.
But at the same time, I picked thinking he'll be loyal to me, not that he's not loyal. If he's not loyal,
If
then
I'm telling
okay,
you that
I'm
most
gonna
men
go
aren't
find
going to be
somebody
loyal,
else
wouldn't it
too.
just make sense to be intelligent enough to find the guy that's loyal to you and going to take care of you and have a child with him? If I'm telling you 99% of guys are going to cheat on you anyway?
I feel like it's for me.
Hold on. I don't give a fuck what you feel like. What do you think? I want you to think. Think.
I'm thinking.
What do you know?
Not feel. Think.
I'm thinking, and I just feel like that's
No, think.
like.
If I'm telling you 99% of men are going to cheat,
I
given
just
an
can't
option.
commit to somebody who's not gonna commit to me. Like I don't know. I can't do that.
She's gonna find the right guy and commit.
No,
I can't.
no, she's not gonna find a guy
You
she
say that
likes.
now, but once you see how the world is and you know how the world is, you're just kind of
Delusional,
fake
bro.
it right now.
But I'm delusional for feeling that way though.
Yes,
I don't
you
know. So
are.
Because no,
in her
let me
defense,
ask you a
why is it
question.
delusional for her to have a standard?
Let me ask you a question.
Bingo.
If you have
Finally.
a wife, would you cheat on
Line
her?
up to it, man.
Would you cheat on your wife?
No,
Would you cheat on your
I wouldn't
wife?
cheat on my wife. No.
Okay.
She would know what it is.
So
though.
Yeah, I wouldn't cheat on my wife.
That's what I'm saying.
Why is it
So
delusional for her to have a
there are
standard?
people who won't cheat.
Sneeko, really?
Why is it, if that's her standard, why is that delusional?
Because most
Is it a
men are
real
not going
standard?
to adhere to that standard at all.
Yes, most men will.
Yeah.
It's a standard, but it's,
not committed
it's
to
a
me.
damn near unattainable standard.
That's
And
not
here's the thing, you
true.
realize She's picky.
That's
Oh no,
definitely-
you weren't here. She's picky because she said, "Oh yeah, I'm single. A lot of guys come to me, but I decline most of them because." And then she made up the bullshit excuse that they're not emotionally intelligent. We know
No,
a bunch of
it's
other
not
things.
bullshit. It's true because most men are not taught how to deal with their emotions, so
Be
most
honest,
of
though.
them
You're
don't
picky
know
though,
how.
right, with men?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean,
Of course,
you're
but
saying it's
aren't you picky with your women as well? You
Yes.
don't want no thought box.
Here's the thing.
So what are you saying? I've got standards too.
No. See, my standards are a bit more realistic than yours.
Oh, so you
Really?
think mine is not realistic?
It's
Why?
not. You're still single.
It is a realistic standard.
You're still single.
Aren't your parents? Haven't they been monogamous? My parents have been monogamous like 30 years.
What I'm saying, like,
My mom is monogamous
Oh, no.
of the fear of being beheaded and getting the stones thrown at her. Those things don't exist
let's
anymore.
be for real.
See, so like now you wanted to minimize the sanctity of a committed relationship, of being committed to someone, because your mom did it out of fear of being stoned. Like, are you fucking for real, bro? Are you for real?
Times have changed.
They
bro.
live in America. That's not gonna happen. But hasn't your dad? I don't mean to like bring family into. But my dad's been monogamous.
That's what I'm saying though.
That's a different generation.
Because you know
That's a
why?
different
They
generation,
have
bro.
purpose. They have purpose. They have no reason to
There
step
was no
out.
TikTok back then.
But they
There
have
was no
purpose.
Instagram back
They
then.
have
But now,
purpose.
Those weren't whores
They're
back
saying
then.
you
They
guys
have
have catalogs,
purpose.
so it's harder for
When
you
you
to...
have purpose, you have standards.
No, if
I'm just
anything,
saying,
So
social
you're
media
not
has
going to
affected
step
women
out
more.
and just
Listen,
no.
Social media has negatively affected females way more than it has men.
That's true.
Yeah.
I can agree with
But I'm
that.
saying, you're saying that
That's
it's
true.
more likely for a man to cheat because of how easy accessible women have created themselves
No,
to be?
no. It's that when men are given the ability to cheat without any real repercussions, they're typically going to take it.
But like, I believe in a godly marriage. So obviously within that marriage, the guy shouldn't cheat, but I should
Exactly.
also always please my man.
Yes. If
But
he's committed.
sometimes, yeah, but here's the thing is that whenever you get into like that deep years of like 10, 15, that means that you also have to please your man. So you cannot be
So if
telling
he
your
cheats
man
on you, you're gonna
no,
stay with him?
wait. So if you have been denying your man from your sexual pleasure for a while, you are still not doing what you're supposed to do as a wife. So if you don't want him to cheat, then you know
But let's say
that
you
you
do
have to satisfy him.
and he still cheats. Then what? That means he never had purpose in the beginning. That's why he's
I think
cheating.
that we are humans and we are gonna fail. So I believe in Jesus. So I would obviously have work it out with my husband, but that would also mean that I need to
That shit's
satisfy
so
him because
stupid,
I
too.
cannot ask him to be loyal if I'm always denying him the pleasure because I have a headache or I'm tired or this and that.
I mean, that might help it, but men are always going to want variety in other women, man. That's just the reality. And I can't
That's
believe that women
not
can't
true.
accept this or say
Speak
delusional things
for
like, oh, no, I can
yourself,
sexually
bro.
satisfy my man by myself. Like, it's never going to happen. He's going to want a white girl one day. He's going to want an Asian girl. He's
You
going to
live in
want something
Broward.
different.
You should know this by now. but okay.
Right, but it's also our responsibility to not act on all of our immediate urges.
Exactly.
Sneeko.
Right, no, hold on. One second. You're
Finally,
saying that she's
he
delusional
hits
for
it on
having
the
a
head.
standard. Isn't it delusional to expect like that you're gonna find a girl that's gonna be okay with you cheating throughout an entire marriage?
you.
That's also like very difficult to find. Just like you're saying, it's
Very
difficult now to
delusional.
find a guy that's gonna want to be monogamous. At the same time, you're saying that women have been negatively affected by social media because of all the options. Haven't we? At the same time,
Yep.
we're visual creatures. If we're scrolling on
Yep.
Instagram, we're seeing half-naked
Yep.
girls all the time.
Yep.
That's warped our perception of women as well.
At dinner about
And
this, right?
porn
Yeah, we
is so
did.
unrealistic.
And you-
It
hold on.
fucks up your mind
You
too.
understand the issue of trying to be monogamous.
Yeah.
You yourself, are you monogamous?
I'm not in a monogamous relationship, no.
But be honest.
Gotcha,
if you
bitch.
Follow somebody who you are currently.
I'm saying that's probably better long term because then you don't have to deal with the back and forth and,
But
and then
can
her
you
cheating.
yourself be monogamous?
Not monogamous, but there's a halal way to do it. Instead of saying like cheat on your wife, if you want to actually exercise those urges, there's a halal way to do it. You can have multiple wives.
Yeah. Mhm.
Instead of going out, stepping out and cheating, like, oh, I want to
But
fuck a
see,
white girl
you
today.
have to go to a religion to convert that into something sustainable. The average person doesn't have that, or they don't want to do that.
The average person could convert.
The bottom line is men don't want to be monogamous.
Exactly.
Bro. That's the bottom line I'm trying to
every
make
single
here.
man to do that.
That's just not a lot of guys want to be monogamous. You say this on the podcast. I know a lot of guys that want to be monogamous. Even like Zerka says this all the time.
They
Like,
can't even get
Niggas
one
be
girl.
cap, man. Yeah, that's what.
Zerka fucking
They
man.
get one
One
bitch.
girl.
Once they get
when
one
he was
chick,
when he was in a relationship, he was monogamous for like a year and a half.
And what happened?
He doesn't lie about that.
What happened? Yeah. They broke up.
Yeah.
Okay, but it wasn't because he wanted to go cheat. They had differences in their relationship. It wasn't because it wasn't based upon cheating.
No, but that's the point. The man that's gonna be monogamous is not really that man that she wants.
Yeah.
Deep down.
The nigga that's monogamous.
It's
is not
harder
what
to
she wants.
find, but it's also hard to find a girl that's going to be okay with you cheating whenever you want a random
If
white
you're
girl.
successful enough, bro, they will accept it, bro.
Nigga, who's paying the bills, man?
You
Who's
have
paying the
short
bills?
frame. I'm telling you, girls will absolutely. Come on, man. You see me, bro.
Come on, man.
Come on, Sneeko.
But
Yeah,
at the
but
same
there's
time,
a-
that's the
there's a
type of woman you want to keep around you,
That's
though.
what I'm saying. There's
like
a like
women that accept you cheating. Like
Right.
you think that's healthy though?
They're settling
Like
for
that's
that.
not.
She thinks, man.
That's not.
fuck what she thinks.
That's not
Really?
good.
One sec.
That's not.
Hold on. Fuck what your wife thinks.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Like
Bro.
for
Be my
real.
wife.
That's why you're single.
Why? But why
Like,
is
let's
it?
be for real.
Hold up. That's kind of bad.
Be
Why does it not
fucking
matter
for
what your
real,
wife thinks
bro.
about the marriage?
It
Because
does
I won't
matter.
get married at all.
That's not
That
necessarily
doesn't make
true.
sense.
No,
Trycon.
it's supposed to be
This
both.
is, but this is better for a long time. But hold on, if you're gonna like make fun of me for being a TrackCon, why did we show the grandma video earlier when she was shaming the daughter?
Exactly.
One second, the grandmother was shaming her granddaughter for being a slut and not being married, and then we're gonna say, oh, we're not gonna get married, but she's a slut because she's not getting married.
She was exposing the current generation that we have today. Back in her day, it was simple. The man took care of the woman. She was loyal. End of discussion. He would step up for now and then and maybe have a family across the street. Yada yada. The point is, nowadays.
And how did those families turn out?
Fantastic.
Good.
They turned out great.
But nowadays,
You're
what
here,
happens?
right? Okay.
Girls are having multiple sex partners with no kids, no marriage.
OnlyFans.
That's what you're saying, literally.
1,000 bodies, Sneeko.
But ultimately, bro, you know deep down, bro, most men, if they can cheat, they will cheat.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but men need to suppress their urges. If you act on all of your
Exactly.
immediate urges, you're not a
agree with
real
you.
man.
They
Hey,
should.
thank you.
But will they? No, they won't.
You should strive to.
That's
but
why you have
you're
purpose.
You're
You
just
have
Exactly.
purpose.
Baby girl, purpose only lasts for so long.
No, it's not
When
so
my dick
long.
gets
Your
hard-
purpose
hold
is
on.
your life.
When my
That's
dick-
what you
when my
need
dick
to.
gets hard,
That's what you
I'm
need to
trying fuck
commit
you.
to.
I'm fucking somebody else.
No,
That's what it
your
is.
purpose will align you with your standard.
So,
Not every
are you
girl's gonna
telling
meet
me-
them.
Yeah,
Are you a man?
I find it
No,
interesting that a
not a
woman's talking
man,
about
but at the
purpose.
same time,
How
you
would
have
you know?
purpose.
Listen,
As a man,
listen,
you have
listen,
standards.
listen.
You
I'm a
can't just
man,
fuck
right?
everybody.
with purpose. And
Okay.
even now, I battle with myself every single day. I wish I could be monogamous, but I can't be.
Fresh,
No.
ask her if
Why?
she's ever had
Why
Yes.
one
can't
night
you?
stand.
Wait, you just pointed it out, Fresh. You said you wish you could be monogamous.
Yeah, I wish I could.
Why can't you though?
Because girls
Again,
are hoes.
again.
Because you
I'm telling
don't
right
have
now.
the
No, why can't
discipline.
you?
Perfect world, men
Say
should
it.
suppress
Because
urges.
you
And
don't
I think
have
they should
discipline.
I want to say religion-based.
Be a man and
thinking,
admit
they
it.
should. However, what do most men do? They try to suppress it. Pastors, preachers, popes, and they still go in and have sexual
But why
perversions
can't
because
you
they can't hold
suppress
in.
it? Like, what do you think is your reason why you can't
She
suppress?
fucked the first
Well,
night, man.
deep down, I already know why.
Why?
I fucked up.
Okay, so that's purpose.
Hold on.
Okay.
That's many partners. But the point
Okay.
is that like for most men though, if they get a chance to, they will do it. Whether you like it or not, they're gonna do it.
I
So.
find it interesting that a woman sits here and says you should suppress your urges, But if I were to tell you, you should suppress your standards, you should get with a more boring, nice guy that's going to take care of you, that's 5 foot and making $50K per year. Would you take that?
Ooh.
Yes, as long as he has ambition.
You said you have a high standard.
As long as he has ambition.
Clause.
So yeah, you know, like I'll take it for now, but you better do better, nigga.
Yes.
But here's the thing. What if I told you, no. Take the dude that makes 20K per year, 5'6". He's not the most attractive guy, but he's a nice guy. What if I told you that? Suppress your urge to get the best man that
Where's
you can
his
get.
mental at? Because that's what I need to see.
See how you're not going to concede on what you want, but you expect me to concede on what I want. And what's even more ludicrous is that I have to work to get what I want.
It's
Hold on,
his mental, though.
Stop. No.
Materialistic value doesn't determine your value in my face, though.
Be quiet for 2 seconds and understand what I'm trying to say to you. Stop being emotional. What I'm saying is this. You are not willing to concede or lower your standards to get the man that you want, correct?
I'm not willing to lower. Say that one more time. You said that
Holy
fast.
fuck!
Oh, you're emotional. See, you saw a trigger. You can't be hating.
I need you to listen very closely because I'm gonna. Here's a problem in your argument.
Yeah.
You're not willing to concede or lower your standards on the man that you want, correct?
It depends. We can meet in the middle. I can compromise.
Me in the middle.
So then, yes,
Okay,
she
look,
can.
You clearly have high standards because you're at your peak right now, but most men don't do it for you. They don't have emotional intelligence. You probably have a bunch of other things. And by your own admission, you said that you have high standards, right?
That's not what.
Bingo. So now he's trying to make perceptions. He's trying to make his own assumptions and then tell her what she's thinking and feeling and what she's doing. Look at yourself. You're dumb.
What I said.
You said it yourself. You have high standards.
That's not how I said it, though.
You just said it.
How'd you say
That's not how I said it.
How'd you say
what
it?
I said was a lot of men are not aware of their emotions, so
But
they
you
don't
also
know how
said
to
that you have
handle
high
it.
standards, correct?
I have standards. I'm not saying
High
it's the
standards.
highest standard.
No, you
but
said you
it's
have high standards,
I have
which
standards.
means a minority of men qualify for you, correct?
Not necessarily.
So then, why are you single?
Because
No,
I
Chris,
chose
be
not
quiet.
to be single.
Stop.
I mean,
if
I
you're
chose
saying
to
that
be
you have high
single.
standards, by definition, that means that a majority of men don't qualify for you. If you have high standards, and most men don't reach them, correct? Simple math.
I haven't met the man that's
Okay.
for me. That's
Fantastic.
what
So that means that
yeah.
a majority of men, because we have a bunch of guys hitting you up. You said this earlier in the show. Okay. So that means a majority of men don't measure up. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
So that means by definition you have high standards. Correct?
I guess so.
Okay. What if I told you lower your standards? You should suppress your standards.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me, fuck off. I'm not suppressing my standards. Correct? Which you're within your right to do so. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now here's the funny part. You didn't have to work to get the men approaching
Well,
you.
let's
Just
hurry
an
up and
email
get to
you
this
exist.
funny part.
But you want me to suppress my standards when I have to bust my ass to become attractive to even be able to have the ability to have multiple women. See how that doesn't make sense?
But suppress what standards?
You just said it yourself. Be on your purpose. Suppress your urges. You want me to suppress my urges, but you're not going to suppress your standards on the man that you want.
Suppress your urges is supposed to be commitment. What do you mean? How does that have anything to do with my standards?
This is how delusional
Oh,
women
wow.
are.
You
What
can
I'm
say
saying
that?
is that
Like,
you're
if
not
you're-
willing to compromise on the man that you want. So why the
If
fuck
you're-
should I compromise on how many women I want?
But if you're supposed to be with a girl, right, that you love and care about and value, why do you have to have an issue suppressing your urges?
Okay, there's plenty of nice guys that
That's
would love
what I
and
don't
care about you. Why
understand.
do you have to keep your standards high?
Because I feel like as a woman, if I don't, then I'm gonna be a thought box.
Okay, because as a man, I feel like if I don't have multiple girls, my chick's not going to respect me and know where the fuck she got.
Well, I could see that perspective. I understand.
Wait, you need to have
Like,
multiple girls so that your girl respects you?
Yes, they need to feel replaceable. But my point is this. All I'm trying to say here is I'm just taking your analogy where you're not willing to lower your standards. And I'm saying, okay, if I'm a man and I have to earn my value to even be able to be attractive to women, why am I going to lower my standard in what I want when you're not willing to lower your standard? I find it incredible that women will never lower their standards. They expect men to lower their standards on what they want all the time. And we have to work our ass off to even be able to get one girl.
Is it lowering your standards or suppressing your urges?
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand how it's equivalent.
I don't think a man should have to suppress his urges if he busted his ass to get to a certain point. If he wants to be able to enjoy the fruits of his labor, he should be able to do so.
But again, we've had this conversation. Why is it that you don't have to suppress that urge, but when it comes to like watching porn, you suppress that urge? Getting fat, being sloth-like, that's suppressing that urge. If you don't want to go to the gym, you have to suppress that urge.
Because you have to. Because here's the thing: getting a woman, that if you do it correctly, you need to put work in. You have to learn how to be attractive. You need to work to get it. That's why busting a nut is so great because. Well, not through porn, but through actually getting a girls because you had to work to be able to earn that ability to do
Also,
so.
you have to work hard enough to have the free time to play video games and be fat all day.
Yeah.
You can't be fat all day. If you're broke, then you're losing. If I'm worked to the point, I like personally, I don't need to be working constantly, but that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I could get fat. I don't have to go to the gym. I could eat junk food because I've worked so hard. I suppress that urge because I want to be better. I'm suppressing that urge. It's not lowering my standards. It's just being a better man.
Yeah.
By not having sex with girls?
by.
what you're saying?
But I'm saying
Having
it's not
discipline.
it's not lowering your standards, just suppressing an urge.
Just having
Just like
discipline.
having an immediate urge. I want to fuck a white girl. I don't need to act on that. Just like I've thought about, like, hey, I've thought about watching porn. I don't do it. I've worked to the point where I can, but I don't. I see it the same as all these other vices.
There's no skill set in eating food or playing video games or anything like that.
It's a skill set to get to the point where you have free time to do it. I have free time to go fuck other girls, just like I have free time to watch porn and eat junk food all day.
Yeah, but-
I can
But
sacrifice.
there's no skill set to do that. It's a skill set to be able to be attractive and get women, but it's not a skill set to. And here's the other thing too: it benefits you in the long run. It doesn't benefit you to be a fat piece of shit, but it absolutely benefits you to deal with women, understand how they move, understand what attracts them, what arouses them, and then you're able to go ahead and filter women and put them in categories, and you understand, okay, this girl's a thought, she ain't gonna get taken seriously. This girl's actually a good girl. You need the experience.
But you need the experience. But once you get that experience, there's only fucking a girl again. Fucking a hoe is not going to give you more experience. You already know what they're like.
Sneeko, I'm gonna bury you now.
Okay.
What did you tell me at dinner?
Well, I don't remember.
You're dating multiple girls, right?
Yeah.
You tried being with one, and you're already bored.
Yeah, no, that's completely true.
Why is that?
Because the same reason that we talk about girls like becoming ran through and then losing their soul tie, it becomes harder for a man to stay committed to one girl when you've been with a lot of girls. Like the justification on this podcast. Hold on a second. The justification on this podcast is that it's gaining experience and that you're learning about girls. A hoe's a hoe. It's not that hard to figure out. But I'm saying, eventually, I do want to have like a good halal relationship, but it's harder because I've been with so many girls.
So imagine this.
It hasn't given me that much more experience from when I was
As an
17.
individual that can get girls can do so continually. A guy that doesn't have girls, that's probably getting girls, doesn't get any girls. Even though he'd probably be monogamous, the best guy possible. The point is, you having multiple girls gives you experience to get other girls.
Hey, suppress it, man.
Yeah, suppress it, bro.
Suppress it.
Yeah, I should.
Suppress it. 100% the skill set. Just suppress it.
100% I should. 100%.
Come on, this nigga, bro.
Come on, man.
But every girl is different. So are you really getting experience?
What do you mean by that?
Because every single girl is different, right? Every single girl that you mess with is different, right?
I mean,
So are you really getting
There's
experience?
a saying.
energy.
Do you
It's
know
different.
what's the best pussy?
No.
New pussy. Okay.
Before you go to refresh, you saying that we've talked about this, it would have been better, like if I could go in a time machine again, it's better to go the route of not fucking a bunch of random girls for experience and then get with a couple girls that you want to be with long term. If I could take it back, if I could not, because now it's harder to have a pair bond. Men pair bond a lot like women do as well. It's harder for me and you'll get bored quicker. And also we are affected by social media. When you're in this online space and you're around girls all the time, if you're in a barbershop all the time, you're going to get a haircut. Putting yourself in those situations is going to be more difficult. But I'm saying it's the practicality. It's the advice for the people watching the show. Is it better to fuck a bunch of whores or to find a girl that you want to settle down, a good quality woman?
That's why you have main girls and side girls and everything else like that. And you're honest. Hold on, relax. You don't manage women like we do. What I'm saying is that you have a main girl and then you have other girls and you're honest with your main chick and you let her know what it is and she's by your side.
I've had that relationship and I'm telling you, like having a lot of side girls, it worked for a while, but the amount of like mental torture that she had to go through to justify it, like a girl's never, like realistically, when a girl's growing up and she's playing with the Barbie, she wants to have the Barbie be with the prince. She doesn't want to have the prince and a bunch of other Barbies. Let's be honest. There is like some sort of torture that the woman has to go through, and unless you always want to deal with that, fine.
It's a process, but if you hit the frame, you can
woman,
manage it.
the truth is, a woman is never truly gonna get over it. A woman is never gonna be okay with the long term.
It will bother her.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. That's why it's so important that the main girl gets certain privileges that other girls will never get. That's so important.
But it's mental gymnastics. She's never going to be fully sat. There's always going to be that in the back of her head, which is not good for an ideal relationship.
Real quick.
Well, with all, the talk of the, I guess the polygamous relationships, I believe that for me, like my perfect relationship, if I were to describe it, is I'm with a guy and he knows that if ever I get sick or if ever I'm, not feeling great, like he can go see other women as long as like I'm there. I'll be damned if I know that I have this thing. This is just a personal thing with me only. I do not want my boyfriend or my husband as my caretaker, like at all. Like I refuse. So I am a people pleaser, like you said, and I want my husband to be happy. Pleasing my husband, that makes me happy. That gives me control over my world. And if I lose the control of my body, I don't want to lose the control of him being like, oh my gosh, my wife is sick, I'm so depressed, but I have to stay here and do nothing and just watch her die. And I'm just like, you know what?
You mean a caretaker like that?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
that,
All
you
right.
know, and it's just, I don't want that. So it's like, I want him to love me, and I want when he's, you know, having a stressful time, or if he's got other connections, cool. Like, but I'll be there too. And then when it's my time to hightail it to the hospital, I'm going. Like, I'm not gonna have him like take care of me. Like, I just, I don't.
So you
That's
can
an
fuck other girls. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
Someone else had something? Yeah, I want to make sure the girls go ahead and get their pieces in. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that, like based on the logic that you were talking about, the
Yeah.
main person would have privileges, and that
Yeah.
comes with a lot of money. So for her, it would also be transactional to stay in that relationship because she's getting the money, not because she has to go through all this psychological thing that she has to keep bearing, but because she's having the money and that's ultimately what she wants the most, knows she has to make that sacrifice.
Right.
So she suppresses her emotions in order to deal with that because she's having all the money.
Yeah, well, that's obviously. I'm not gonna lie about that. Your social status and your income and money absolutely is a component of it. But that's why it's so important to also build an emotional connection with her, where she actually likes you and understands that your happiness overall as a man overrides her own. And that's really when the relationship is the best. Here's the other thing too: women really thrive on being picked over other girls. I would say that's the only way you're gonna get a woman to really be devoted to you and they really respect and admire you is when you have the ability to have other women. Hell, you might even fuck them. But who's the main girl? You're the main girl. Who has the title? Who do I claim? Who's out in public with me? Who goes on trips
That
with
just
me? That's
doesn't-
what women really crave. Oh, because women like to compete with each other. Oh yeah, bitch, you fucked him, but I'm the main chick.
Right, but you can commit to another girl and pick her over other women without fucking other girls.
You can, but against Nico, if a man has options, he probably will explore them.
Yeah, and that's why I think it's very important to be.
Look at old Ashy Larry over here talking about, well, if a man's got options. Bro, it's not about whether the man has options or not. It's, does the man have the discipline not to exercise those options? Does the man have the mental discipline to stay within his lane and just be happy with what he's got? Like, that part, bro. Like, dude, it doesn't always have to be. Gotta get one more sliding kill. Like, these guys are just so thirsty, if you ask me.
Honest with you, chick. Like, I'm honest about it. But are other guys gonna be honest? No, realistically speaking.
So basically, but she doesn't. Let's be honest. I don't need to ask you personally, but no girl wants that. And so
Yeah.
you're saying like she gets privileges that the other girls doesn't. What is that? Money, trips, stuff like that. So you're supplementing her love for money.
Well,
Yeah,
it's not
are
just
you
that.
substitute? You're like giving her
isn't it-
presents.
hold on.
Every guy, every
Hold on,
body you
Sicko.
catch, you're giving her a Birkin or something.
Isn't it funny, right? Girls will date a guy that's monogamous and they get bored and leave regardless. So why not have it in your frame? And she leaves, at least she lived on your frame.
But then you're always
Because-
entering a
because-
relationship.
because you're following her frame by saying, you know what? All right, you don't like this? I'll follow your lead.
So you're basically
basically
advocating that a relationship is never built on trust. It's always built on leverage.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's always built on
yes.
leverage.
Pretty much,
Yes,
yeah, it is.
yes, yeah.
It is.
And that's
It's
the
a
dark
power
side
struggle.
about relationships.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be that way.
Relationships are absolutely built on leverage. The problem is that we sit there and we tell women, "Oh, you're the prize," etc. We give all the power to women and we
Yeah.
give all the leverage to women. What I'm saying is this: fuck what women want. I give them what they need. They need that emotional turmoil. They need that competition anxiety. They need a guy who emotionally stimulates
No, they
them. How do you
don't.
do that? You do that.
You want
by
an
being-
anxious wife?
Hold on, bro. I
Like,
hate to say it, but anxiety is your friend as a man.
No, it is not.
Bro. See, you're a young Padawan.
See,
you don't know
understand,
this.
bro.
No.
You hear this? This is like breeding toxicity. Anxiety is not the key to your woman. You want to keep a woman happy? Reassure her. You know, like, show her that you actually care about her wants and needs. Show her that you care about her as a person. You show a woman that you're committed and actually give a fuck about them, they will never leave you. They will be committed to you and they will, like, they will basically cater, like, they will treat you how you want to be treated. But you also got to treat them how they want to be treated. Like, if you've got a car, like, Just because you tell it to go doesn't mean it's gonna go. Just because you own the keys to it doesn't mean it's gonna. You still gotta give it an oil change. You still gotta give it gas. You still gotta give it TLC. You still gotta like take care of it. So they want to use this same car analogy. Let's use this car analogy. With that being said, you have to put into it. You have to take care of it. You have to maintain it. Or else it's not gonna go. It's not gonna work. Stop being so fucking selfish, bro. Like, cut it out. It's not just about you. It's not. It's about both of you. Both people.
Let me keep it straight.
Boredom is the worst thing.
You want bored of you. Okay, boredom is different than anxiety. You want a wife that's constantly under emotional turmoil?
We're not talking about clinical anxiety, bro. What I'm
That's
saying
what you
is that
said.
no. We're not talking about clinical anxiety. You're playing a little too much.
I'm not saying
that they need competition anxiety where they're like, okay,
Competition
my man is
anxiety.
highly
emotional
desired.
turmoil.
That's fine. Women need that. Women need to be in their emotions to really be connected with you and have a deep connection with you.
So let me just get. I'm not trying to like twist the words. You want a wife who's in a constant state of emotional anxiety?
She needs to have competition anxiety. Yes. You need to have the leverage at all times, bro.
Yeah.
And, here's the thing, Sneeko. I wish it wasn't like this, bro.
That sounds like
But
torture
women,
for her.
Hold on.
I wish it wasn't like
Let me
this,
tell you
bro.
why. There's a reason why men have to do this. Women get bored easily in relationships, way easier, by the way. Studies show this. Women are way more likely to end relationships and divorce, end marriages and divorce, etc. So how do you keep women interested?
Well, guess what, guys? When all you want to do is sit at home and play video games instead of spending time with your girl, then yeah, they're gonna get bored in the relationship. If all you're doing is listening to these jackasses thinking that you're supposed to tell your girl to go cook and clean for you while you do whatever the fuck you want to do, then your girl's going to get bored and leave. If you think it's a good idea to go hook up with a bunch of other girls and spend your time fucking around with other girls instead of spending time with your one girl, your quote unquote main girl, and making her feel actually special, then yeah, she's gonna get bored, bro. It's fucking common sense. You people, like, fuck Fresh and fuck. These guys are idiots. And the fact that so many people subscribe to this idiotic way of thinking, they're further creating incels. Because like these incels are now being indoctrinated and brainwashed with this way of thinking, and then guess what, guys? You're not gonna get any. You're not gonna get laid. You're not gonna hook up with a girl thinking this way and treating her this way. So guess what? You're just gonna continue to be an incel. Time wasted. Sounds like a great ROI for your $100 super chat.
You have to make them feel, I got the best man that I can get. I barely got this guy. I got him by the skin of my teeth. All these other bitches are throwing themselves at him, but he's committing to me. Holy shit. I need to do everything in my power to keep this man.
So you're applying pimp mentality to your wife?
No, bro.
That's
how pimps keep the girls around, by always keeping them in a.
Well, they're doing it through violence and other shit.
Violence, but it's
They're
still
doing it through
a
violence.
lot of times they don't
You
need.
to do
A lot
that.
of times they don't need to. They use these types of tactics to keep the girls in line. Maybe this works for a lot of girls in Miami, for like girls that have had past and stuff like that, like in this space. But there's a lot of good quality women that don't need to be in a constant state of emotional turmoil to be in a marriage. They don't need that.
We have interviewed over 2,000 women, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. The ones that are not from Miami, they're from Wisconsin, maybe Wyoming. They agree that their man might cheat, but they don't want to know about it, and they're happy because they're being taken care of. They've been, I want to say, happy, and they're not bored. Ultimately, I get what you're saying. We should hope as men not to do it, but it's gonna happen regardless. Bro.
And I will say this, Sneeko, you're right about this. The less of a whore the woman is, the less you need to do this.
Yeah.
But what I am saying is, though, women need that emotional stimulation at all times.
There's a difference between emotionally stimulating her and then keeping her in a constant state of anxiety. You can keep a woman excited without.
Hold on. Depending on the woman's attractiveness, the amount of options she has, and her promiscuous past, those three factors right there play into how much you need to emotionally keep her invested. If she's not that much of a whore, she comes from a good family, etc., you don't need to play the games like that.
But she needs to know that you can walk away.
Do you think that's the best way to keep a woman interested? Is anxiety?
Absolutely.
I used to think like you, but then I was saved.
Were you? No. Hold on, fresh before you switch.
Were
you
you?
just said yourself that you want to be monogamous. You just said that.
I do.
So how are you saved if you're in relationships that you don't want to be in?
I've realized, brother, that it doesn't work that way. And the women of this generation, bro, are fucked. So we
Brother.
fucked too. Or fucked. I'm just saying, bro. No, by the Bible.
So are we all coping?
Hold on. We are in a way.
The men are coping too. We're just as delusional as Energy Girl. Am I an alchemy guy?
Oh my god. I missed that
So,
shot.
to be real with you, I do understand that there's a way to live by the Bible standards that is correct. Right now, I'm not doing that. But to be fair, if I'm in this fucked up world, I'm fucked up too, man. Fuck it.
So is it better to do the?
Can't beat them, join them.
Don't you want to go strive for something bigger? Don't you? You're saying idealistically you can live by the Bible. So why don't we try to like lift up this vibration and do what God wants us to do?
Sneeko.
Do you believe in
You are funny.
possibilities?
You know why he's funny?
Why?
I don't call you up, bro. But you.
All you do is add homitext. We're talking about something theoretically.
This is between me and you, though, right?
What?
Why did you choose Islam?
It's the truth.
About what?
It's the truth about everything. It's the truth about how the world was created.
You know what I think?
What do you think? You think I did it because the 4 wives thing?
Well, that's part of it.
Okay.
But you know why I think you chose Islam?
But tell me.
Because you want it better for yourself, right? You want to actually have a religion that was true, but still allowed you to live your, I want to say, carnal desires, right?
No, I believe it to be the truth about everything.
What's everything?
The truth about how the world was created, I believe it's just to be true.
Didn't like Sir Isaac Newton say that like all the world's religions held the key to the secrets of the universe or something? He like all the world's religions like held.
The fact is,
They all have some truth in it if you look at it.
You can still be yourself and be Islam because you want multiple girls, right?
It's not something that's the #1 importance to me now.
But it's very important.
I actually want to suppress that urge. Like I don't want that to be the driving force.
How do you do that? How?
Have a purpose.
I want to find a girl that's a good woman that can help me do.
You told me you found out you still want other girls. Don't lie.
Purpose.
Come on.
No, not completely. Not completely. There's stuff like I'll tell you off camera, but no, not completely.
But she was pretty much perfect though.
choice.
No, there was a lot of things.
Hey, man.
There were a lot of. No, I'll tell you. I'll be honest, bro. There was a lot of things.
Okay.
Look, what I'm saying is because you said if you can't beat them, join them. I'm just telling guys how to adapt to the new normal. Women aren't the way they used to be 70 years ago. So guys have to adapt to the new normal. I hate to say it. I wish we could all, be super religious, whether it's through Islam or Christianity or Judaism or whatever, and be rest assured that we'd get a quality woman that was going to stay at home and cook and clean and not be a whore. But the times have changed. Women are more promiscuous now than ever before. So I tell guys, this is how you deal with the new normal. You can still go ahead and, if you still want that submissive, dutiful wife, it can still happen, but you have to switch up your mindset and you have to switch up how you operate. You got to fight a gunfight.
You'd be surprised, man. I've met a lot of a lot of scholars and everything like that, and they are able to maintain multiple marriages, and it doesn't interrupt what they do. They don't come from a traumatized past. There are still a lot of good women out there.
Well, you're talking about like when you were dealing with like the Muslim clerics?
There's a lot of scholars of Islam that I know that are able to.
Yeah, dude, yeah,
and they do it in America too. They don't have to go to the Middle East. They have a lot of.
Because they have a network of women, right, and people that where the women come from good families, etc. But regardless, but what does that mean? You're not dealing with Western women at that point.
So stop dealing with them.
Of course, that's why I tell guys all the time, don't deal with Western women because it's very difficult to find a good one. Are there good ones? Yeah, but it's hard.
Wait, so why? How are you saying deal with Western women, but also fuck hoes so that you can maintain emotional anxiety?
She's Western.
Okay.
Is she hopeless?
No, not all Western women are hopeless.
Just the majority.
Okay, Sneeko.
I mean, the same reason that look, that's backwards because you're saying a lot of Western guys are hopeless too if they're addicted to porn, if they follow all the vices, but we're trying to help them. Same reason the women that are growing up, we don't need to teach them that you need to go to TikTok immediately and then become delusional and go on OnlyFans. You don't need to think that everybody's doomed.
Yeah, everyone's not doomed. And
It's so true.
Yeah.
The law of attraction is real, So make sure you be what you want back.
I don't want to say too much.
I think the men need to see. Here's the thing: women can operate that way, but the men need to go on a more defensive stance because we have way more to lose when we deal with women.
You see it as war.
It is.
You see pussy. No, Myron sees pussy as battle.
That's what I'm
Every
saying.
other fucking, he's fighting.
He thinks of relationships as if it's like a battle. Like he said, it's a one-on-one thing. Winners or losers. Why are you looking at relationships like there's got to be a winner and a loser? Like there's got to be someone with power and someone without. How is that happiness?
Fighting because it's revenge.
It's literally
just
a battle
fighting.
between two genders to have leverage, and I want the man to have the leverage all the time because that's what women are attracted to.
You don't think that's, do you think of it the same way too? Like every pussy you fuck is like leverage?
No. Bro, it's a human being. Listen, I'm trying to tell you this in a nice way, Sneeko.
Say it.
We believe in the same thing.
Do you?
You're just coping right now.
Check fire.
All
You have a
relationships are
doomer
leverage.
mentality. I'm coping.
All
get
relationships are
Sneeko,
leverage.
the world isn't getting any better. It's getting worse. It's fucked up.
Okay, but you can contribute to it, or you could try to fix it.
Yes, yes, I agree.
You try to have good
agree with
relationships,
that
and you
too.
try to have like strong children.
And be a good
Be
person.
honest. Is your current status relationships fixing it?
I'm trying. I'm not giving up. Look, you keep trying to do these ad hominem attacks. No, I am not perfect, Fresh, but I'm actively trying. You're giving up. You're saying this is how it is. It's fucking doomed.
Yeah, you say you're
You don't need to. You don't need to live with that mentality.
I live in reality though, right?
Do
In
you?
reality, it is fucked up.
You make your own
Now-
reality.
now,
You create
for
your own
example,
reality.
This lady here,
Just
right?
like she
I
said.
believe
And I
she's
agree
on the
with
right
that.
path. I believe she knows the truth, and she wants to find a man in Christ, right? And that to me is hope. But again, there's 6 girls here. Out of 6, only 1. It's hard to find that, bro. Super hard to find that. So I'm just saying,
she's not bad.
Me?
Yeah.
Ah,
I think everyone at this
Bro,
point is great.
without Christ, everyone's bad. But the point is that, like,
Then you have Christ.
Hold on.
How are you saying that?
You can't.
Yeah, because how do you think that the state that the world is in right now, it's like God is not stronger than that. I
Exactly.
just don't understand how you fuel that so much on an everyday basis with your actions. If God created the world and Jesus is alive and the Holy Spirit can help you fuel that.
The more you
See?
feed into
And then
negative
they
things, is
minimize
the more
it.
you see it back. So I suggest you stop
No.
dwelling in that.
Trust me when I say he can change anybody and save anybody. However, as you know in Revelations, it has to be bad right now for it to get better.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but Jesus is still here.
No, I agree. But the population is not going to take in Jesus like they should. Or God, for that fact.
Okay.
So it's going to be worse until it gets better.
Yeah, but
Until he comes back.
Jesus is still gonna be here even if it gets worse, and
I don't
he's still
think you
gonna
should
be in
lose
your
hope.
life and
Yeah.
helping you and aiding you. So even if it's bad for everybody, because you are chosen and you believe in Jesus and you give your life to Him, He will be there for you. So it doesn't matter what is happening out there.
No,
Yeah.
I agree. But again, I'm saying for most people, he's using the argument that, okay, in his current life right now, have a girlfriend and be only with her. But in reality speaking, people are going to do what they want to do. So
Right.
my thing is like, why commit to that person that's going to be doing what they want to do anyway?
But it's the same thing with making money. Everything is a gamble. You just try it. If it doesn't work, move on.
No, but that gamble's for sure going to fail.
Well,
But you
you
don't
can
know
go
that.
to church and find
You
a
don't know
godly
that.
woman that submits to
don't
God
know
and
that.
Jesus, and she will definitely
Bro,
submit
y'all
to you.
hoes, man.
You
Come
don't
on,
know
man.
that.
Even
Y'all
in church,
hoes,
it's
man.
a
Like,
gamble, too.
For the panelist,
It's a
man.
gamble.
Like, yo, don't act like you're, godly woman where? Find me a godly woman. Right now.
Go to
It
church.
depends
Do
on
you
the
know
church
any
that you
virgins?
go
Is
to.
the man godly as well? You can't just look at the
I don't give a
woman.
fuck. Hey, if I'm paying the bills, I'm paying the rent.
Paying
Come on,
rent
man.
is
What?
not
Yes.
godly.
So you expect to attract a godly woman when you're not living a godly life yourself. That's the Hippocratic thing about it all. Like, how can you expect to attract this type of person if you're not even being the type of person that they're attracted to? That's the point. Like, my guy, you have to be the type of person that they want. You can't be yourself and get that because you're a piece of shit. Like, God, dude, it can't be this hard for them to understand how stupid their thought process is. Like, you can't be this oblivious.
When you die, you gonna take
I'm
rent with you?
providing for your
Are you
ass,
gonna
right?
take rent
Yo,
with you
what?
when you go to the
Rent?
grave?
Hey, listen.
Bro,
Chris, you got a roof over your house. You're fed. My kids are fed. What
Yeah?
the fuck are you doing? Oh, I'm a gully woman. Bitch, you've been ran through. Not you personally. America's been ran through. So
That's
tell
true.
me what the fuck am I
Most
doing?
girls.
Like the trade is fucking. You know what? Yeah, honey.
But it's a gamble. If you find somebody like that, move on.
All right, you know what? Who are you? Hey, these Miami girls, you know what I'm saying?
Miami.
Clearly.
That's what he said. Now it's Miami.
Done in the day, right?
I thought it was. I thought it was
are
Western.
golly, man. So don't preach that you golly. And we got a bitch with mushrooms, and then that brother want to do the OnlyFans. Come on, man.
Don't forget
It's
the
hard to find
thousand.
bitches nowadays,
The
man.
reality is, see, ladies, you guys want us to play by a set of rules from 70 years ago when women were different. You want us to still be the leaders and the protectors and the providers, whatever. And I think men should do that. But my thing is, it's not a fair trade anymore where a man is coming in and providing all these things, but girls aren't giving back what they used to give, which is what? A virgin body, not being a whore, being submissive, being dutiful, putting him first, sexually pleasing him, giving him children, giving him a house, being loyal, etc. No, showing her body off on Instagram. Like, women aren't women anymore, but you guys still expect us to be men. And my thing is, if you expect a man to come in and be a man, well, he should get something in exchange. And what I'm saying, though, is that men have to work 10 times harder for women that are 10 times worse.
But
That's
men
facts.
are also changing too because music and the standards are changing too.
Men have
So
changed
everything
because,
is
hold on,
changing.
but you know why men have changed?
Yeah.
Men have changed because women have changed.
I don't think it's just women. I think it's just music, influence, people,
Society
just
in general.
society. Yeah, everybody's
Who-
changing.
Who buys into societal changes, being consumers, following trends more? Who watches stupid sitcoms more? Oh.
But who dominates those businesses that fund that type of foolishness? Men.
Yeah, hold on. They're
marketing to
because
women,
they're
though.
marketing to women to make money.
Yeah.
Because women are easier to program.
Well, systems.
They're
But
more
it goes back
slave-minded.
to the man also. Because you guys are trying to make more money and you're profiting on
But that's
women.
a minority of men that are doing that.
You're still
That's a minority
you're
of
still
men.
profiting off of women being weak
But that's
because you
still a
want them
minority
to
of men.
follow that.
You're talking about a small handful of
So-
men that run these companies that are advertising to women. Again, I'm not taking accountability away from men, but what I am saying though is that women have changed significantly. So men have changed too because women sit there and say, "I'm independent, I'm strong, I can make my own money." Blah blah blah. So guys sit there and be like, "Oh, really? You make your own money? Cool. I don't have to make as much money anymore."
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
There's
That
a
is
lot
true,
of
too.
women that are living under the cage, especially in foreign countries.
Under the cage.
Yeah, as in like they don't know what's going on social media. They don't know the trends that are happening. They don't
Yeah,
know how
those are the
social
best
media
girls.
work. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that, but I'm
Yeah.
saying like, now it's up to you. You go up front and you be honest if you want to be open for your relationship. If you want to go talk to another girls, you let her know. If she's okay with that, then you stick to that relationship. But if she's not, leave her
But what I'm
alone.
saying, what if I warned you and told you that 99% of guys aren't going to tell you that?
Yeah, facts.
Just because I'm going to do it, just
You
because
can
I'll do
have
it
no
doesn't mean
truth.
most men will. And that's what I was trying to warn her about. She's like, I'm not going to take that. Well, you ain't even going to know. Then you're 5 years deep in, and he has your
Yeah.
best years. You really going to leave him and try to fuck a guy? Or I have my options.
3 kids, 1,000 bodies, man.
You know what I mean? Like,
You know
come
what
on,
I'm
man.
1,000 bodies? No.
Bro, women aren't gonna be honest with women, man. Women can't handle the truth. We just told her the truth, and what she do? She dance around that shit like 48
I
hours.
didn't dance. I just said my
No,
preference.
her. We told her the truth about what it really is.
No, I feel like women.
But do you think it's the best use of your energy outside of the podcast to be viewing women as leverage and that you need to go and get revenge? You see it as
It's not
bad.
revenge.
No,
No, it's
no,
not
not
revenge.
revenge. You
Yo,
see,
nigga, what are you doing?
Not revenge. Hold on. Ultimately, you said you see it as battle that you need to. They're trying to win something back. You
Exactly
said
what
you're
he
blaming
said.
women for being programmed by this, and it's like I need to get back because it's their fault.
No, I never said that. What I did say
Yes,
is
you
that
did.
all relationships are typically leverage battles. Whether it's with your employer, right, where they have all the leverage and you're the employee, or it's a relationship with your friends or a business partner or whatever, everything is based on leverage, and relationships are no different with a woman. I would argue it's the highest level of leverage with the highest level of consequence, just that guys are too stupid to understand that it is a battle of leverage, just like when they're walking into their employer to negotiate for a better job. But what I'm saying is that as the man, we get programmed to think, oh, it's okay for the woman to have leverage because she's going to be a good girl. I'm saying, fuck no. You need to have the leverage because she's going to be attracted to that and follow your lead when you have the leverage as the man. It doesn't work the other way around. That's all I'm saying. Every relationship is leverage, and I would argue between men and women, it's the most important leverage battle.
So it's transactional, strictly, is what you're saying.
All relationships are transactional to a degree. All of them.
If you can't get,
Okay.
I'm sorry, if you can't get something out of it, then they're taking away from you.
You
That's how
know,
I feel.
this, I get it. We can be all, hunky dory. It's feelings. I'm a human being. All this faggotry. But the reality is, every single relationship is based upon a value exchange. And my
Compromise.
argument is this: men have to bring way more value than women do. So I damn near better get that fucking leverage if I got to bring more value. That's how I look at it. Who do you guys blame hookup culture on? But hold on, before you go. I want to get all the ladies' votes.
I'm sorry. I'm done with that. Like, there's only so much red pill I can handle in a night. Like these arguments are so insane. And guys, a relationship is not a battle. You're not fighting with your partner to survive through the day and through the relationship. You guys are there to love and grow with each other. Stop treating them as if they're like a piece of property, as if they're beneath you. You are coexisting. And by coexisting, that means you have to both take part. And you cannot do that, man. Stop this stuff. It's crazy. Stop letting these people get to you.